The following is a presentation of WCTV Sports.
Welcome to a crisp November night in Wadsworth, Ohio, where playoff football takes center stage under the lights of the historic Art Wright Stadium. Tonight, the 10-0 Wadsworth Grizzlies host the 7-4 St. Francis de Sales Knights in a matchup packed with tradition, talent, and postseason intensity. Wadsworth, they've been on a roll all season long, an explosive offense, a resilient defense, and a team hungry to keep its title hopes alive. But across the field stands de Sales, a program built on toughness, discipline, and a playoff pedigree, including 2 program state titles. That always makes them dangerous this time of year. It's win or go home. Every drive, every hit, every play matters. 2 proud programs, 1 shot to move closer to a title game at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton. Get ready. It's Ohio High School playoff football. Wadsworth versus St. Francis de Sales, and it's coming your way right here, right now on WCTV. Hello again, and welcome to another WCTV production of Grizzly Football. I'm Mike Elkins, and the best color analyst in Northeast Ohio will join me in just a moment. That is Kirk Gray. The number 2 seed Grizzlies come into tonight with a 10-0 record, having clinched their 3rd straight Suburban League National Conference title with a dominating performance against the Solon Comets 2 weeks ago. The Grizzlies have enjoyed a bye week in week number 1 of the playoffs, but they are led by a strong, balanced offense and a defense that has been as good as any in the state of Ohio. The offense equipped as an U.S. Air Force F-22, multiple weapon systems that can strike quickly anywhere on the field. This offense is averaging 458 yards per game and 47 points per game. They'll rely on Thunder All-Ohioan Gavin Madigan and Lightning All-Ohioan Cooper Gray in a high-powered running attack. Madigan and Gray have amassed 1,021 yards rushing each this season, combining for 36 rushing touchdowns. Through the air, sophomore quarterback Bryson Hall, 66% completion on the season, over 2,000 yards, 25 touchdown passes, and his options in the air, All-Ohioan wide receiver Calix Lemp, senior Jack McNeil, sophomore Jalen King, and senior Luke Maddox. So expect the Grizzlies' high-powered attack to play fast and physical tonight as they look to advance to the next round. The Grizzlies have played with a second-half running clock in all 10 regular season games. And let's bring in Kirk. Kirk, the Knights appear to be a much better team than their record may indicate. They played a very difficult schedule. Last week, defeating number 10 Valley Forge 33-7 to earn a matchup with Wadsworth tonight. Well, what can we expect out of the Knights?
Well, Mike, I'm so excited to be here. Playoff football on our home field. There's no better place to be on a Friday night in this type of environment. Look, St. Francis de Sales, they play in that Detroit Catholic League. They come into this quarterfinal 7-4, but as you said, their schedule is pretty daunting, some of the teams they faced. They bring a very powerful, highly effective ground game. Their running back, number 1, Eli, he's a great running back, senior, and he's gonna give this Grizzlies defense all they want if they allow him to get to the edge at all. But their team speed and athleticism and strength, this is going to be the best that the Grizzlies have faced overall. They got a lot of athletes on the edge. They got a young quarterback, but he doesn't make a lot of bad mistakes. Their offensive line, they got a Big Ten recruit going to Rutgers, Jeremiah Polk, number 54, folks. Keep your eyes on him. He plays defense. He plays offense. He's going to Rutgers as a defensive player. He can be vicious at the point of attack on the defensive line. They're determined to control the line of scrimmage and win the war in the trenches.
All right, we'll take a timeout here as a Wadsworth Marching Band performs our national anthem. We'll be right back.
Wadsworth High School alma mater.
Mike, I just want to point out to folks, we had a moment of silence there for a dear friend of mine and a tremendous supporter of the Wadsworth program, Don Houston. He passed away last Tuesday during our bye week. I was able to see him shortly before he passed away, and he shared with me thoughts about football, protecting the ball, ball security, forcing turnovers. Those were some of the last things we talked about. He also sent a message to Justin, Coach Todd, and just before our solo game, and just said, Coach, just go out and finish this thing. And sadly passed away just 3 days later.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that loss, Kirk. And I never knew him, but from the words that you have shared with me, a tremendous man and supporter of Wadsworth Grizzly sports in general, and especially the football program.
He was a player here, and he coached so many young people in the 60s and early 70s that ended up being some of the best teams that Wadsworth produced during that time. So we're going to miss him.
Well, there are some things in life bigger than football, but we will turn our attention back to tonight's football game and Toledo St. Francis de Sales. We talked about Jeremiah Polk.
Yeah.
This is, a big guy. He's going to go to Rutgers, a Big Ten guy, a formidable opponent on the offensive line, and he's got some guys running behind him that are talented as well. Yeah,
like I mentioned, All-Ohio Eli Beal, the running back, number one, he's a heck of a player. And they're going to give him the ball a lot. I know you got – we talked in our meetings earlier this week. I mean, they're a run-heavy offense, so we're going to see the ball in Eli's hands a lot. They got the freshman, K.J. Collins-Walker, just doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and that's why he's in there over an upperclassman. And they're going to look to wear down the Grizzlies with that running game and then take shots over the top with some of their athletes.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the Division II Region 6 bracket. At this time, you'll see Wadsworth, the number 2 seed, and St. Francis de Sales. The winner will move on, and the winner will play a home. Well, if Wadsworth wins, they'll play a home game next week, regardless of what happens with the Avon Olmsted Falls. So we'll be watching the scoreboard this evening with that Avon game, Kirk.
Yes, there's a lot of great football being played tonight, not just in Northeast Ohio, but around the state. I mean, when you get to the Final 8, I mean, this is just going to be a high-caliber football in every stadium around the state.
So the Wadsworth Grizzlies coming out of the end zone as they take the field at the historic Art Wright Stadium in this quarterfinal matchup. The Grizzlies and Toledo St. Francis de Sales just moments away from kickoff. Kirk, we've talked about these boys. This is all business.
Yeah.
And they've got a business plan here tonight against the Knights. Can you walk us through that business plan for the Grizzlies before we get into the kickoff?
Yeah, our key to the game, we have to come out and impose our will. We have to play our game offensively and defensively. We got to go tempo on offense. We got to stonewall them, especially that running game, hold the edges, stonewall that running game early on. We got to control what we can control. Like Coach says, let's eat the effort, the attitude, the toughness, EAT. Let's eat them up. Pre-snap discipline, post-snap attack. I love when you say that, but that's exactly right. We've got to know what's going on, and then as soon as that ball's snapped, don't think about it, just go get it. Fundamentals, catch, run, tackle, block. It's going to boil down to that. The best that do it are the ones that advance and bring the hit. We don't think, from a Grizzly standpoint, that they've seen the physicality that we're going to bring tonight. And that's what we're going to open with. We're going to see. We're going to test their jaw and see if they're going to be able to hold up to it, Mike.
Yeah, and this is going to be a football team in Toledo St. Francis de Sales. They're athletic, they're big, they're physical. Probably the most physical athletic team that the Grizzlies have faced all season long.
True.
And honestly, you expect that when you get this far into the season.
Right. Yeah, this is the top 8 teams in our region. And everybody's good when you get to week 12. Everybody's good. You're not going to get any gimmies like you might see on your schedule, in week 3, week 4, early in the season. So yeah, we know that we got to bring our lunch pail and we got to come to work. Josh
Linke, the head coach of the Knights, had an opportunity to speak with him before tonight's ball game, and he's really proud of his Knights coming into Art Wright Stadium tonight following that victory over Valley Forge last week, as we are just moments away from getting this playoff game underway. Again, the Grizzlies coming off of a bye last week, having earned that number 2 seed in Division II Region 6. Again, Highland, the number 1 seed.
Well, I know based off the schedule that the Grizzlies were quite busy last week. They just didn't take a week off. Quite busy. A lot of practices were high intensity, a little bit shorter than normal, but they got a lot of good work in last week on that bye week.
So Lazzaretti tees it up at the 40. It looks like Solviera will be deep for the Knights. And we are just about to get underway. Lazzaretti and the Grizzlies. Solviera will watch it go into the end zone.
Big leg, Laz. Way to start the game. Drive them deep. Let's get that defense out on the field, Mike, and let's get this thing cranked up. Let's go playoff football, Grizzlies. Let's go.
So we'll get our first look at the freshman, and you can kind of take the label freshman off of him. KJ Collins Walker, 11 games under his belt here. Call him a sophomore, if you will. Behind him will be Eli Beal. He is the All-Ohioan running back. And folks, if you like running, if you like the rushing game, we've got a treat for you.
We've got number 18 in a quarterback, Mike.
Number 18 will be in a quarterback. That's Thomas.
That is not their normal starter.
We have motion.
Quick pass.
Quick pass out to the left. And there's the athleticism there. On the reception there is Solviera Hughes.
Real good block on the inside by the inside receiver on our edge guy. Real good block. I don't want to call it a crack back, but he got a good angle on him.
Thomas Nowawiski, I believe is how you pronounce that name. I apologize if I am not pronouncing that correctly.
He didn't play at all last week.
No.
And hasn't played, to my knowledge, in the film I watched. I hadn't seen him all season, so this is new. And here's Eli Beal off the edge.
Yeah, nice job there by the Grizzly defense, but not before Beal gets a first down for the Knights. The chains will move, and that is important.
He got a quick 2, and that's all they needed just to break the 30, which he did. 18 is running to the sidelines. Very interesting here to open this game with what potentially could be the third-string quarterback.
Take a look at that front three of that Grizzly defense. Have been excellent all year. Jaden Gross, Nathan Shipley, Colton Levitt back at that defensive end. Now we've got in a quarterback, KJ Collins. Oh, I beg your pardon. This is a
double pass.
Double pass, and it's incomplete. And we talked about that the St. Francis de Sales Knights had a couple of trick plays.
Yeah, that was their first play last week against Valley Forge. And I tell you what, if Deshazi turned around, number 13, he may have had an interception there. The ball just got thrown up, and we had triple coverage. We had that play sniffed out from the start.
So that will bring up a second down and 10 now for the Knights. Ball at their own 30-yard line. We'll call it Thomas. Wow. And again, I apologize. I don't have a pronunciation. Knights will give it.
Power run.
This time to
nothing. Jake Ernest met him right in the hole.
Nice job by that defensive line. Jaden Gross in there, plugging up the hole.
The chef, Jaden Gross, mixing it up in there.
Yeah,
it's good to see Anderson Tetzel back. He was in there on those first couple early snaps. Tetzel was. Big number 66 back in the lineup. We've missed him for quite a few weeks when he went down to an injury about midway through the season.
That linebacking core, Jude Holler, Gavin Madigan. Actually, this is the defensive backs. Gavin Madigan, Calix Lemp, Tommy Hahn. Terrific. It is third down and 9 for the Knights. And we've got a whistle.
He's sending 7 off.
Yeah, number 7. That's Solviera Hughes. Must be an equipment issue.
Number 15 is back in at quarterback now. Or I'd say back in. I say in initially. He was not in there, and now he is.
Yeah, this is KJ Collins Walker.
Who we expected. Empty sets, Mike.
Kingston Berry. We got a 2-by-2 motion. Collins will keep it, and he'll get stood up.
He got hammered after about 3.5 yards.
Yeah, so the Grizzly defense holds.
Oh, here we go.
The Knights.
Let's see. We're going to have Hahn. We might have Smeltzer. Let's see if Smeltzer sneaks back there, because if not, this might be an opportunity for a.
This looks like it's Tommy Hahn back deep for the Grizzlies on punt return.
We're going to bring a little pressure maybe with 10 men up on the line of scrimmage. But we got to look out for everything, Mike. They're going to bring out every play they've got in their book, looking for trick plays, quick releases, and a pass. but they've also had some kicks blocked. Ooh, and
Kick
that was
is away, and a nice kick. And Tommy Hahn will let it bounce and gets a good roll for the Knights. It'll roll inside actually they'll down it at the 15-yard line.
That was almost blocked, Mike. That was a half a step away from one of the Grizzlies getting his hands there. I think Coach Todd testing the water there to see where there maybe some weak spots are in those special teams, see what we might go after later on.
So Bryson Hall, who is 98 of 149 on the season, will lead this Grizzly offense. 2,079 yards and 25 touchdown passes for the sophomore quarterback.
85 yards to pay dirt, Mike. Let's see what this Grizzly offense can generate here from the start.
In the backfield behind Bryson Hall is Cooper Gray. 2-by-2 set now for Bryson Hall. Lemp in motion and flag on the play. It looks as though
false start on our right tackle.
Not the start that Coach Justin Todd envisioned, and Wadsworth quickly behind the chains here in their first possession here, the opening quarter. First and 15 now from the 10. 2-by-2 set again. Lemp in motion, near side. Hall back to pass, pressured. He's got to roll right, throws right, got a man, and it is incomplete.
Smeltzer, the intended receiver, he was open. I just think Bryson got his feet off when he had to roll out there to his right, and couldn't quite get enough mustard on that, Mike.
Ball a little underthrown, brings up second down and 15. Pressure coming from the inside of that Knights defensive line, forcing Hall out of the pocket. This time they'll give it to Gray. Off the left side, Gray with a gain of about 5 on the play. Bring up third down and 10. Cooper Gray with 1,021 yards rushing on the season. 112 attempts, 16 touchdowns. A terrific season for the senior tailback. Tank is checked into the backfield with Bryson Hall.
Third and 10. Let's see what they can do. We got to get the ball down the field a little bit.
Hall, Madigan out of the backfield. Got a flag on the play.
Yeah.
On the coverage there is number 12, Kingston Berry of the Knights.
I tell you, that flag came real quick. Oh, he's going to say pass interference against DeSales is what he's indicating.
Pass was intended for Jack McNeil.
Oh, sideline warning. Fourth down.
So the Grizzlies will be forced to punt. That'll bring on Will Reese. A rare occasion for the Grizzlies to punt. And back deep is Jordan Brown for the Knights. Oh, I beg your pardon, we got Bryson Hall in there.
Seeing what they're going to do here if we line up for 4th and 10 to go on our own 15.
So he's going to pooch punch it.
Had some success. That end-over-end kick. Oh, good field position here.
Berry returns it. He's hit hard, and he'll be stopped at about the 37-yard line of the Grizzlies. So the Knights are in Grizzly territory. On the stop there for the Grizzlies, number 57, Carter Raymond.
Yeah, Carter Raymond lit him up.
Now the Knights in great field position. The penalty puts the Grizzlies behind the sticks.
Yeah, the penalty really got us out of sync. We got that false start. And then the pass to Smeltzer, he had a good break, was open, but the pressure causing Bryson to have to roll to his right, he wasn't able to get enough on it in that half step. And we're back on defense.
Here's Thomas back at quarterback. Give us the Beal left side.
He stopped.
He's going to be wrapped up for a short gain of maybe 1.5 on the play. Jaden Gross in there on the stop. Also number big 79, Shipley.
Yeah, Big Nate. Big Nate knifed through there. Got Beal in the backfield. He had to change his feet and just couldn't get going. And then the rest of the Grizzlies just there to overwhelm them.
It was also good to see on the right side of that defensive line, Anderson Tetzel back in the lineup and able to get in on that play as well. Second down and 10. They're not going to give him a gain on that play. Second and 10 for the Knights.
And as we mentioned, they are a heavy run game team. And, they start to get behind the chains. He's sending another player off. That's the second player that they've sent off. First number 7 and now number 10. I don't know what – we'll have to learn about what's going on there.
So Noah Edwards will come in for Jaleski.
But they get behind the chains, Mike, and it's not really where they want to be. They don't have a complex passing game.
Thomas back to pass. Got a man over the middle. It is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a
Tommy
great play.
Hahn on the coverage.
Great play. Just another great, the county leader in pass breakups. I think he's got, 27, close to 30. That give him 28 right there. That was a great play. Stayed on his shoulder, didn't touch him, but get that arm up to get that ball away. There's no face guarding in high school. And that's third and long. This is not where the Knights want to be.
Now the Knights give a lot of good protection and a great play. Maybe they're just half a second too soon, but no flag on the play. And money down for this Grizzly defense. 3rd and 10 now for the Knights.
Number 18 still in at quarterback.
And
timeout.
Coach Josh Limke will take a timeout and talk about it.
Mike, let's point out Colton Levitt. There's a nice article about him in the Gazette this week, and he's our honorary captain for the Grizzlies tonight. Bounced back from quite a bit of adversity. Got hurt early in the season last year and had surgery, and then had to go back and get some cleanup done in late winter, February time frame, and came back and we talked about it at Stowe, and it happened again 2 weeks ago at Solon. He slid down. He volunteered to slide down, play that right tackle with Britton out. So he played right tackle for us for a couple games, and now he's back in 85. No 62, no 64. Now he's back in 85. Probably going to contribute a lot more on defense, which is good for us. That's where we need him. But yeah, nice article, and he's our honorary captain tonight for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, do you think you'll see coming out of the timeout, maybe a little trick play from the Knights, 3rd down and 10?
I would expect anything from this group in this situation.
Motion, a little screen out to the left side, and it's caught by Beals.
But he's going to get out of bounds. There wasn't much there.
Yeah, well read, good discipline, defensive discipline by the Grizzlies.
Well, Jake was right in his face, the All-American. He was right in his face on that pass. He had to loft it, gave the defense a little bit more time to react to it. And, yeah, it didn't look like he got much on that. And they're gonna kick, and we're going to have a hard time. Coach Todd may have to call a timeout here.
As
kids running on and off.
Run guys off the field.
I think we're okay now.
Tommy Hahn is back deep.
With, looks like Smeltzer.
Kick is away.
Oh, no.
And feel it inside the 5-yard line by Tommy Hahn. Is that Tommy Hahn?
I believe it is. Yeah, Tommy Hahn. Personally, I'd have let that go. You catch that ball inside the 5, that's a dangerous place. And he had people around him. But you know what? Give old Tommy some credit, man. He made something out of that. Used a few blockers and got up to about the 18-yard line. And here comes the offense again. Mike, let's see if we can get something generated.
Yeah, I got to get into a rhythm. This defense for St. Francis de Sales only allowing 16.4 points per game. And they're led by Noah Edwards. He's got 4 interceptions on the season. This time it's give to Hall off the right side. Gain of about 4 for Cooper Gray.
Yeah.
Running right into that teeth of that Knights defense.
They're going to give him some tempo here. That's what we need, volume out of Cooper. Go.
Gray again off the left side this time for a short gain on the play of maybe 2. Yeah. Jacob Ernest, a big package coming in now for this Grizzly offense. Jacob Ernest and Gavin Madigan.
This Toledo team, you got to take away something. They got that 3-man front, but they show a lot of run blitzes. And we'll see what we got here. Bryson going. Got a man. And inbounds.
On the far side, that is McNeil. Yeah. He brings it down for a Grizzly first down. Jack McNeil, the senior.
And the Grizzlies needed that, Mike. You get a little breathing room. We're out now, a little past the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 now. Ball at the 31-yard line. This time,
Madigan.
Give us to Madigan.
See, they're really going to clog that middle up. I think Madigan's going to get one. Maybe 1.5, not much there. They're going to clog that middle. They're going to bring those 32 and 17. Their inside linebackers are going to show a lot of run blitzes.
Oh, that's not good. Carter Raymond holding that left knee. That is not good for that Grizzly offense. Carter Raymond, the right guard.
This could change the whole dynamic of our offensive line if Connor is going to be down for any period of time. But as we were saying, Mike, as we watch them talk to Connor and see what's going on with his leg there, it could be a tremendous loss to our right guard.
So we'll roll it back and take another look and see what happens. So yeah, if you take a look at number 32.
Yeah, it looks like they've
twisted it there in the turf.
Yeah, got a bad placement in the turf, and but Mike, they're going to try to stop this running game, and certainly this doesn't help that if Carter's not able to shake this off.
Yeah, unfortunately we identified on camera the coach for the Knights. This is Josh Linke in his second season at the helm of the Knights at 15-8. 2-1 in the playoffs. Again, Josh Linke, kind enough to give me some time during pregame to talk about tonight's matchup and the Knights program. As we get back to action here, 2nd down and 9. Kirk, did we see who went on in that right guard position?
I did not see who went in for Carter.
Hall passing, looking, got a man, it's Schmelzer.
Schmelzer with a great catch, thread the needle by Bryson. Ooh, right in there, and boy, that really opens the field up for us.
Now the Grizzlies in Knights territory, ball placed at the 47-yard line, and they'll go tempo. It is a 3. Wide receiver set to the left. Thunder in the backfield. Left now will work his way to the far side of the field.
Mike, I'm going to tell you what I think. I think Levitt changed jerseys and he went in at guard.
Madigan up the middle. Madigan
he's going.
30,
He's going.
25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Wadsworth.
Wadsworth, do you hear the thunder rumbling, baby? Gavin Madigan for a 47-yard touchdown, and the Grizzlies strike first here on Friday night.
That offensive line opening up a wide, gaping hole to the left side.
He just slid right off the left side, and then it was all he wanted to get upfield. What a great run. Boy, that left side of the offense just sealed that down. And they were just good. Coach Steiner, they were just going to keep pounding it in there and see where they could find a soft spot.
Jordan Jones to snap, Schmelzer to hold, Lazzaretti, the kick is blocked, and it does not make it over the crossbar, and that could loom big for the Grizzlies as the point after fails. With 5:33 remaining here in the opening quarter, the Grizzlies lead it 6-0. And boy, you got to hit big if you're this offense tonight.
Right, and they're over there, they're talking to Carter, they got his leg up in the air. Coach is looking at it. Doctors are looking at it. What I think happened as we set that up.
And it looks like
54,
54, Polk able to get in there and just get enough of the football to block that PAT attempt.
I think they slid the 64 jersey over Levitt so that he can play, because he's got to have the right number to get in on that offensive line. I think he went in at right guard. He can still play defense with that number. It doesn't matter, but that might limit his reps on defense if he's going to have to be the stalwart here on the right side of that offensive line. I will tell you, we did have our backup center taking some snaps down here, which means they might move Fortner over to guard and bring in the center just because of some continuity and some knowledge aspect of it. We mentioned that Colton Levitt had played tackle, but I don't know if he's had much rep there at the guard.
Carter Raymond, a junior, 6'1", 220, coming into the season. So the Grizzlies lead it 6-0. Go ahead, Kirk. I'm sorry.
I was going to say they've got Carter sitting up on the table now, so we'll see. I don't know. I'd have to say he's probably not hopeful for the remainder of this game.
Lazzaretti kicks it away.
Big kick.
into the end zone. That'll come out to the 20 for the Knights.
Yeah. Well, this is where we go to our keys of the game. We have got to bring it to them and impose our will upon them, not let them get any momentum back. We've scored. Now let's see if they can answer. We want to stop that answer. We want to put our foot down, put our foot in the ground, and make sure that these guys just don't come back with some yards and let them get a little momentum back. Like you said, they don't have a lot of fans. You know, our stands are full. It's a beautiful night to be here. The rain held off on us, Mike, so let's see what this defense can do.
First down and 20 now for the Knights. Motion to the near side. They'll give it to Beals on the inside, and he'll be stopped for no gain on the play. The Grizzlies swarming the football.
Now, Mike, we mentioned this earlier. You know, last year he was first team All-Ohio at Division II. You know, we got a Division II All-Ohio running back as well. But you know, he's averaging well over 100 yards a game. He's a tremendous back, being recruited by a number of schools. And the Grizzlies know they got to focus on him, and he hasn't done much yet. It's early. It's very early, but he hasn't done much yet. They've keyed on him.
2-by-2 set now for the Knights. Second down and a long 9. Back to throw. Got a man. Open. Incomplete.
Broken up by Tommy Hahn.
Tommy Hahn does a great job because he's on the outside hip and he gets that inside arm across the chest of the receiver and breaks the pass up. Take a look at that Wadsworth defense. Just a dominating defense all season long. 27 PBUs coming into this game, make it 29. Third down and 9 for the Grizzly defense.
And I was correct. They have put the 64 jersey on Levin for the remainder of the game.
Knights will roll.
Rolling this way.
To the right side. Got a man. And he'll be knocked out of bounds. Hit hard.
The hammer just made sure he got out of bounds. That's not going to be enough for a first down. You're going to be short by 2 or 3 yards. But Will Reese is there, and he delivers the knock that makes sure he doesn't get any extra.
Solfier Hughes on the reception, and the Knights are going to go for it 3-by-1. Fourth down and 3. Well, here, if you're Wadsworth, you've got to stay disciplined and do not jump off sides.
They're going to kick it. Yeah, they're full, and he's going to have to call a time. He called his second timeout.
Second timeout. Yeah, Kirk, would you agree that when you're in a third down situation like that as a coach, I'm not being critical, but you got to think about what am I going to do on the next play if we don't get it?
Absolutely. And look, these guys know that, and you're exactly right. They've got to think a play or two ahead. They got to say, okay, we get it, we don't get it. What are we going to do? You know, and that leads you down your yes or no chart. Like, well, am I going to do this? I'm going to do that. It looked like he got caught a little bit thinking, oh, we'll go for it. And then he got out there. He saw some things. They tried to go maybe a little tempo. We were ready, and then he decided, you know what? I'm down on the road early in this first quarter, or midway through the first quarter here. Maybe it's safer. But, hey, this is where some trickeration may come in. You know, they may say, oh, they think we're punting now. These Grizzlies cannot let down at all.
So Tommy Hahn, and I believe, is that Schmelzer or is that Lemp? That's Schmelzer, I believe.
Yeah, that's Schmelzer with the gloves on the near side. The red gloves on the near side is Schmelzer.
So it's fourth down and 3.
Ball's
the Knights will kick it away.
Short kick.
It will bounce and we'll let it go.
Schmelzer thought about it, but nope.
Yeah, that's where you've definitely got to yell poison. They'll down it at the 31-yard line, so the Grizzlies will come on to the field for their third offensive possession here in the first half.
Yeah, 31-yard line, not bad starting field position. The defense. Oh, look at that. That's ominous, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, earlier today, pouring the rain, wind blowing, but right now it is perfect football weather here at Arkwright Stadium in Wadsworth. Bryson Hall, 3 receivers to his right, Cooper Gray in the backfield. Quick hitter. It is Calix Lemp in open field. Lemp will be brought down for a gain of about 7 on the play.
It's great to see Calix get his hands back on the ball.
Yeah, Calix has been out for several weeks, and that's his first touch, I think, in maybe, 4 weeks?
Yeah, he hasn't had any playing time since the Nordonia game. He missed Stowe, he missed Solon. So, yeah, that's the first time he's had his hands on the ball in quite a bit.
Calix, the most targeted receiver of Bryson Hall. Left side, Cooper Gray.
Nice
to the
cut.
50. He'll be stopped right there at the 50. Nice tackle on the play there by number 3, Jordan Brown.
Pickup of 12.
So the Grizzlies will go tempo quickly. The chains move. The ball's at the 50-yard line. And the officials will stop play. And I believe they're going to move the ball back to the 49-yard line of the Grizzlies.
Oh, come on. They're getting a little bit ticky-tacky, it looks like, on this ball placement.
3 receivers to the left, 4 receivers to the left now for the Grizzlies.
Broke our rhythm. Again.
Gray, left side. Hit hard, but he's got a good gain of about 3, maybe 4. And Cooper Gray took a hit.
They're going to give him 4. 3.
Dawson Mendel will come out from that H-back position. Checking in the H-back now is Jacob Ernest. 3 receivers to the left. This time, Gavin Madigan up the middle. Gavin powering close to a first down. The far official will mark him short. That will bring up a 4th and
Go. Tempo right here. 3rd and real short. Boy, I thought he got it, but they're going to get it right here.
Yeah, Coach Todd knows what he's doing here. Quickly.
Oh, wow.
Out, it's Lemp. Inside move. Lemp to the 35, inside to the 34-yard line.
You know what? They thought we were going to go for it, too. They thought Gavin was going to take that up the middle, and, boy, they were a little soft on the edge. Calix with a nice catch. Some yards after catch, and got that first down, and here we go.
Yeah, that's one of those situational things that Coach Todd and I talked about here before the football game that they worked on in the bye week. 4th and short. This time it's first down and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line.
They're changing the play. Yeah, we're going heavy.
Gavin Madigan in the pistol behind Hall.
He's
this time Hall looking left. He's being pressured. Stepping up.
Throw it, Bryson.
Yep, Bryson goes down as he's sacked there by number 55. Deion Banks.
And they're jumping around. They're real happy, 54, 55. They're real happy with that. But I tell you what, he had a lot of time, folks. He had a lot of time. Ends up losing 11, but he had a lot of time on that. And we only had the one guy going deep. They had him bracketed, and he just had nowhere to go with it.
So 2nd down and 21 now for this Grizzly offense. Hall this time will get it into Lemp's hands in the open field. A nice open field tackle there by number 32. That's Demetrius Loggins.
Yeah, that's only a pickup of 4. It's going to be third and long, third and 17.
Demetrius Loggins, an all-league linebacker, 75 tackles on the season, and a good-looking football player right there. He's a guy that they rely on to stop the run. 3rd down and 17 for Bryson Hall. Empty backfield now. He'll look. Going deep.
Jalen
King. And overthrows Jalen.
And out of bounds.
So the Grizzlies will be forced to kick it away. As Will Reese, we would expect Reese to come on, but again, we've seen the pooch punt from Bryson Hall in the past. And I would imagine the Grizzlies will kick it away here.
Yeah, I'd imagine that we're going to line up, see if we can get a few yards out of them maybe, but I'd imagine we're going to see Bryson kick this again.
So it's a 2-by-2 set. Mendel in motion. He'll set back in the H-back on the right side. And Hall will just...
Good kick. That's a real good kick. Real good kick.
And Jalen keeps it. Oh, he's going to call it a touchback. He's going to say the ball crossed the plane of the goal line.
I know we don't have, let's see what the camera can show us, if anything, on this one. I tell you what.
We'll see where Jalen gets it. It's close.
Yeah.
It is close to where his left hand is as he goes into the end zone. But what an effort by the sophomore getting downfield on special teams. The Knights will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20.
And you know, Mr. Referee is standing right there, and so we'll take his word for it.
Knights will throw to the right side.
Uh-oh, got somebody up the sideline here.
On the reception there is number 4, that's Danielle Heiler-Trailer. Big pickup for the Knights offense. Biggest play of the evening for St. Francis de Sales.
You know, they ran that wheel behind. They ran Reese off on the deep ball, and they ran number 4 on a bit of a wheel-type route behind him.
Right there he is.
Okay, underneath.
Underneath. And a good yard after catch for Hilo Trailer. Big gain for the Knights. First down and 10 at the Grizzly 46-yard line. Now this Knights offense, they can be explosive. This time they'll throw again to the right side. Pass is complete to the near side. That's Jaden Houston on the reception. A good gain on first down for the Knights, a gain of 9.
They are looking at this side of our defense. You know, they last couple of plays, pass plays are going this way. Penalty. Legal man downfield on DeSales. I did not see that flag. So they're gonna back him up. I didn't see that flag. Yeah, I don't think DeSales realizes that there was a penalty on that play.
So they'll mark it back from the
replay
original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, replay first down, but it's going to be first and
15 from their own 49-yard line.
First and 15. Wow.
Beal now on the left side.
Little reverse play.
He's got room.
Beal.
And a nice job there by Stoops.
That was a great play by Stoops because there was a lot of yards to be had. Stoops is going to limit him to about 7 or 8, maybe 9. And that could have done some damage there, Mike. Stoops was able to get enough on him to get him out of bounds.
Yeah, we talked about Beal's ability to get outside and how important it is for the Grizzly defense to seal that edge and not let him get to the edge because he can fly. Second down and 5 now. Ball at the 41-yard line of the Grizzlies.
A little bit of a turnstile action there in the backfield on that last play. Spin it around and finally look who's got it. There's Beal again.
Beal
right
again up the middle. And churning those legs, trying to get to the stick for a first down, but he's going to be short.
It's going to be 3rd and short.
Nathan Shipley will check in. I expect him to go to the nose. And that will do it for the opening quarter here in the quarterfinal of this Division II Region 6 playoff game. The Grizzlies 6, the Knights scoreless.
Well, Mike, that was an interesting first quarter. The Grizzlies offense just couldn't get a lot of rhythm going. You know, we had a drive going. We get the big bust run, 47 yards by Madigan off the left side. Other than that, you know, Cooper's had a few rushes. Gavin's had a few rushes, not a lot. Bryson has had a few passes. We've tried to go deep. It looks like they're not going to let us go deep. You know, every time we've sent some guys deep, they've got somebody over the top that's really protecting that. So we'll see if they make adjustments when we get the ball back.
Take a look at the touchdown by Gavin Madigan here in the first quarter. 47-yard scamper right up the middle.
Yeah, and they just weren't expecting it. He got on them quickly, and they had to turn their shoulders, and he didn't. So here we go, 3rd and short.
3rd and short now for the Knights.
Big money play.
Motion. Beals off the side and a great play. How about the All-Ohioan Gavin Madigan?
The All-Ohio safety Gavin Madigan bringing the thunder, and for a loss of about 3, and that's going to bring up 4th down, and they got a decision to make here.
Well, Gavin does a great job. He's reading that play. I mean, he was in the backfield just as Beals was getting the ball.
That was a highlight up to this point. That was really, really nice play coming from his Viper position.
Take another look at it. Yeah.
Just shot right up. Yeah, he had no chance.
Those are 2 All-Ohioans right there, folks, going at it. 4th down and 3 now for the Knights.
The best in Ohio. The best in Ohio.
And we have a timeout called.
Wow.
And, Coach, this is the Knights' last timeout of the first half.
The Grizzlies are in a favorable spot here. Timeouts are gone. 4th, and we got a loss, so it's going to be 4th and about 3. It looks like it's about 3.5. They're in a good spot here. Let's see if they decide to go for it, which would be, you know, at this stage of the game, you know, their defense has been playing pretty well. Maybe he does elect to try to, you know, roll the dice, go for it. He gets it. He picks up a first down, and and picks up some momentum. If he doesn't get it, Grizzlies are taking over possession midfield, and they've stopped him again. Right. So let's see what happens here. They're going to roll the dice.
Well, I think you've got to roll the dice here based on where you're at, but you would expect if you're the Grizzlies, maybe a trick play coming out of the timeout.
It could be something. They're going to try to draw us off sides. They may want to, may try to run something a little fancy.
Yeah, we talk about defensive discipline. The Grizzlies have showed it all season long, and throughout the first half here, it will be 4th and 3.
Not sure what the holdup is at this point.
Jaden Berry having a conversation with his quarterback.
Officials timeout. Not sure what the confusion is. DeSales called timeout, and their coach has had a few words with the refs, and now they're having a huddle of their own at the 40. And now I think Coach Todd's out near the numbers. He wants to know what's going on as well. That looked pretty routine. Timeout by the Knights. Bring the timeout back. Ball was set. Didn't see any issues there, but now they're going to come and give him an explanation.
Yeah, you're right. It seemed pretty routine to call the timeout after the defensive play. You're in a 4th down situation. You want to talk it over with your offense. Make sure that everybody is on the same page. And these things are the little things that matter in playoff games.
Okay. We're talking about one of our players. They've indicated one of our players, but again, I'm as confused as anybody on this situation. They're still talking it over.
So we don't have anyone coming off the field for the Grizzlies.
They did indicate a player, they said had to come off. Okay. Sounds like maybe it's something to do with the drone.
All right, here we go. 4th down and 3. Ball at the 39-yard line. The Knights look as though they're going to go for it. Motion away. Pressure coming.
Down
and intercepted by Jaden Gross.
The chef was cooking on that one, Mike, in the backfield. Not only did he bat it up in the air, he fell to his back and welcomed it in. Interception, Jaden Gross.
How about that?
How about that? Big
Jaden
block.
Gross off the left side. He sets his 8.
Yeah, he sniffed it and stopped, and then got his hands up like exactly how they teach the D-line. My boy J.C. Price is watching at home. That's how they teach the defensive lineman to get up, and look, he found it. Came right back down to him. And the Grizzlies going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Big play defensively again by the Grizzlies.
Now on the near side, you got a stacked receiver. You got, it looks like Calix Lemp behind Schmelzer. This time they'll give to Cooper Gray. Up the middle, Gray churning for a good gain on 1st down. 5 yards for the senior.
Want to go tempo. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Dawson Mendel will check in. Schmelzer out. On the left side is Mendel and Calix Lemp, the All-Ohioan wide receiver. This time they'll give to Gray. Left side, Gray busts it across the 45 into the 43-yard line for a 1st down.
About an 8-yard pickup, Mike. They're starting to churn. We're going pace here. We're going pace.
Grizzlies going tempo. Lightning still in the game in the backfield behind Bryson Hall. 2-by-1 set now for Hall.
Give him some volume. He's going to strike.
Lightning
Turning his leg. Come on, let's go, son.
Lightning will gain about 3. And here comes Thunder. Gavin Madigan, who's already got a 42-yard touchdown run this evening. 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 39-yard line of the Knights. 2-by-1 set for the Grizzly offense. Madigan, left side,
spin
spins.
move. Oh, he's going to be up.
Falls forward close to a 1st down.
Great spin move in the hole. That's going to bring him up close to a 1st down. They're going to mark him down about the 33. He's going to be about a yard, maybe a half a yard, 3/4 of a yard short, just short.
You know, the Grizzly offense has that ability to be finessed, but right now it's all power football. 3rd down and 1. Yep. Who's the ball going to go to, Kirk?
Well, I'm going to put my money on number 2.
Yeah, you got Dawson Mendel on the left side in the H-back. They're going to run left side, and a great play there by the defense of the Knights.
Wow. They had 3 guys that just teed right in there.
Now that's Jermaine Polk, the Rutgers commit. What a play.
That was a really, really great surge on the left side of the Grizzlies offensive line. They had 3 guys that just came through. Number 17 was in on that play as well. And the Grizzlies will go for it. You know how aggressive Coach Todd can be in these situations.
Gavin Madigan to the left hip. To the right hip, of Hall. Hall got to roll. He's got to throw. Steps up, pressured, throws. Caught on the near sideline. Isn't enough for a first down.
They're marking him as enough. It looks like he's inside the 32.
Calix Lamp comes down with a reception. They're moving the chains. It is a Grizzly first down.
Wow.
Look at the composure from Hall. He's getting pressure from the left side from Polk.
Wow, he was a half a breath away from that ball going out the sidelines. Man, I don't think he sensed it, and he was getting bared down on quickly.
Yeah, just as Hall lets the football go, Polk wraps him up, takes him to the turf, and Calix Lamp able to get an extra half yard, which might have been enough to get the first down. 2-by-2 stack now for the Grizzly offense. Cooper Gray in the pistol. Hall this time drops straight back. Throws.
Got a man in the middle.
Left to the 5, 10,
One move.
Inside, touchdown.
Touchdown, Calix! The cheetah running wild through the secondary. And the Grizzlies strike again, Mike.
Calix Lamp, the cheetah in open field. One of the most difficult to bring down in Ohio.
Made one man miss, got a little physical down on the goal line and said, nope, I will not be denied.
Jordan Jones, the snapper. Schmelzer to hold. Lazzaretti on to kick.
This is a big point right here, Mike.
You know, you give the Knights credit because on 2 other receptions that Calix has had 3, they've been able to stop him, but on that one, Calix breaks free. Lazzaretti, kick is
Boom.
up. It is good.
As my good buddy Rich Eggleston would say, all these extra points matter. This is a big one. They're all big, Mike.
Calix Lamp with 2 huge receptions on that drive. He keeps the drive going on a 4th down reception, getting just enough beyond the yard to gain to give the Grizzlies a first down. And on the next play, Paydirt, the senior, puts Wadsworth up 13-0.
Pick up the man, 54, getting double teamed. Calix across the middle. One man miss,
and
made
a great move right there as he beats number 4, Hyler Trailer.
Then 32 tried to wrap him up around the waist, but he was too close to the goal line at that point. Look, while we got a lot of excitement, Mike, I want to mention, you know, our girls cross country team, 4th in the state. 4th in the state last weekend, and our girls volleyball team, unfortunately, regional runners up. They lost a 5-set match, and it was so close. It went to the fifth set. And Avon, the Avon Eagles, congratulations to them winning the region against our Grizzlies. But yeah, a lot of excitement in Wadsworth Athletics with those teams, and then you got a playoff atmosphere here tonight. We want to take this one. You know, we got a long way to go, but we want this one because then we want Avon to come to us or Olmsted Falls. We'll see how that one plays out. But, but we want another home game no matter what.
Yeah, we just need to take care of business here. We'll take another look from the end zone camera as a nice route, good ball, like right on the money for Calix.
One move, and then just, he wasn't going to be stopped there.
So the Grizzlies up by 13, 8:55 remaining here. The Grizzlies ranked 4th in the state of Ohio. That is the AP poll in Division II. Lazzaretti will squib kick it.
Oh, died on him.
Houston up with it. Houston to the 25. He'll be spun down, and they'll mark it. It looks at the 27-yard line, which is where the Knights will take over, down by 13.
Yeah, I'm going to say I think Coach Todd said, you know what, I don't want to give their weapons deep the chance to maybe take one the other way. Let's keep our foot on the pedal. Lazzaretti can, you know, he's a soccer player. He's one of the top goal scorers in the entire state of Ohio for the men's soccer team, and he made a really nice squib kick there. Gave him a few extra yards, but not too much damage on that short kick.
3-by-1 now for the Knights. Give us to Beal up the middle, flag on the play. So Eli Beal with a gain of about 5. And that will come back.
Yeah, they're saying false start by this outside receiver, it looked like. That's the indication I see from this line judge on our near side.
I mean, this defense for the Grizzlies, we talked about how dominant they have been all season long. They played a tremendous first half thus far.
They really have. Yeah, they're marking it off. They're going to say false start. That'll take them back to about the 22-yard line. And again, I mentioned earlier, they're a very effective but very heavy run team. They get behind the sticks, and it just makes it a little bit more difficult for their offense. But they have shown the ability to make some nice passes here today with this this fill-in quarterback that we were not aware of.
Nowowski at quarterback. He'll give it to Eli Beal off the right side, and he'll be stacked up by the Grizzlies, and Beal reaching for as many yards as he can get.
Yeah, that was a nice hard run. Picked up about 5. He was reaching, but looked like they're going to give him about 5, 4.5. Look, he's a top caliber guy. So
5-yard gain, second down and 10.
Second down and 10 now for the Knights offense. And you know, the Knights went a little tempo in that first quarter. You're beginning to see them slow down a little bit here.
Yeah.
Second down and 10, ball at the 27-yard line. Eli Beal, all Ohioan. Good-looking running back for the Knights. Thomas back to throw. Being pressured, flushed out of the pocket, and he'll be stopped in the backfield. Gavin Madigan on the stop.
I don't know if they're going to call that a loss. If so, it's going to be a sack, but it's going to be real close. It's no gain. Regardless, he got back to the line of scrimmage, they're going to say, but man, there wasn't a whole lot for him right there. All right, we got our pass rush package in there. We got Maddox.
Yep, Maddox, Mendel, and
Jaden Gross.
Jaden Gross, yep. Jaden Gross at nose.
So we got our long speed guys on the edge. We're going to try and get around some of these guys and see if we can put some pressure on him. And
defensively, we've done a great job stopping the run. Third down and 10 for the Knights.
Back to pass.
Back to throw. Looking right. Being flushed out of the
pocket. Nowhere to go.
Pressure
Nowhere to
coming.
go. Here comes Ernest.
Throws. Pass is
complete,
caught and incomplete on the far sideline.
Okay, he did catch it, but he was out of bounds. Good call, Mike.
Wait. Yes.
He was going to be about 4 yards short had he brought that in. But good eyes there to get him out of bounds. And the Grizzlies look like they're going to get the ball back about halfway through this second period, Mike.
Just about a yard too long. Pass intended there for Jordan Brown. So on the kick is Drew Puckett. Schmelzer and Hahn back deep for the Grizzlies.
Good kick. Ball's away.
Fair catch.
Schmelzer fair catch is there at the 33. And the Grizzlies are going to take over 1st and 10. Hey, Mike, we got some friends down in Alabama.
Yes, we do.
Ben Hall, Betty Hall, the whole Hall family is down in Tuscaloosa to watch if you know anything about Brian, you know Brian is and the whole family is they're huge Alabama fans, and LSU and Alabama square off tomorrow, and it's Betty's first game.
I saw that.
83 years old.
How
she's making
about
her first trip to Tuscaloosa. She said she had to. I talked to her yesterday. She said she's got to go down there and see that statue of Coach. And I said, which one? And she said, Coach Bryant. I got to go see Coach Bryant.
Yeah, so, well, good for her. I mean, how exciting. 83.
I believe
young.
That's what Brian told me. She's 83, and they made the trip, and I know they're down there. I talked to Brian earlier, and they're going to have a great time.
Bryson Hall will give to Cooper Gray up the middle, a gain of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, they got his ankle on that one. Couldn't get his legs churning. He's got to get those feet up.
Second down and 7. God bless Mrs. Hall for putting up with Mr. Hall, Brian, for all those years, right?
Oh, yeah. She keeps him in line.
This time, Gray will be
wrapped
up for no gain on the play. Nice job there by the defensive front. Tyler Galat playing that defensive corner spot for the Knights. Wrapping up Cooper Gray. Third down and 7. This is big down for this Knights defense. Can they get the Grizzly offense off the field? This time it's
Jack
Bryson
McNeil.
Hall to McNeil. McNeil with another big catch.
I think that's going to give them a first down. It's going to be close.
That is McNeil's second first down reception here of the game, and a big one.
They're moving the sticks. I tell you what, Bryson's got, he's finding the rhythm, and he's getting some of these soft spots, and he's putting the ball right in their hands.
This time they'll give it to Thunder. Thunder lowers his shoulder, spins for about 4.
I tell you what, it's been tough sledding. Other than a couple, Cooper's got a couple carries. Gavin had the one big carry, another spin move in the hole earlier. It's been some tough sledding for this running game so far. It doesn't help that, we slid Britton down to guard and we put Levitt in at tackle. So we've lost Carter Raymond, but we're making do.
Hall going to throw. Going deep. He's got
Jalen
King.
He can't get it.
Overthrows the sophomore Jalen King.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 6, Mike. So let's see. Grizzlies got a lot going on here on 3rd down at midfield. Another score here late in this second quarter would mean a lot for this Grizzly team.
Yeah, especially knowing that the Grizzlies will come out into 3rd quarter with the football. We have
Correct.
a 3-by-1 alignment for the Grizzlies, left to right. Hall is going to roll to his left. Square.
Got a man.
Throw. He's going to be short of the first down, but
about a yard
short. On the reception, we got a number there. It looks like it's that Maddox.
Yeah.
Luke Maddox on the reception. So I would imagine Coach Todd going to go for it here.
Yeah, we crossed the 50. We're up by 2 scores late in the second quarter. Knowing we're going to get the ball. Our defense has been playing very well. He's going to go for this.
Jacob Ernest in the H-back on the right side. Behind Hall is Gavin Madigan.
Yeah, I'm pushing my chips into number 2.
Again, the last time we did this, although it was on 3rd down, Polk made a great play on Gavin Madigan.
He sure did.
So the Grizzlies changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 1, and we call timeout.
Yeah, Coach Todd saw that. He called timeout real quick, which is fine. 4 minutes to go in the half. He's still sitting on 3 of them. He can afford to spend that one. Get everybody calmed down. Get the right play in there. This is a big play, 4th and 1. This could help change, the gear of the momentum. If we can get a first down here, this really puts them back on their heels. Their defense has played a lot this game already. So this could really benefit the Grizzlies to take this timeout, get a good play call in, get everybody on the same page as you mentioned, and let's pick up this first down.
The Knights defensively has played really well tonight. We'll take a look, if we could, at the score by quarters on the season through 10 games for the Grizzlies. Wadsworth scoring 168 points in the first quarter and 168 in the second quarter. And again, the Knights giving up only about 16.5 points per ball game. And they've done a nice job holding this offense, won't say in check, but they're down 13-0.
Yeah. All right, we're going power set here. Watch for the inverted bone on this play. I know we've got some heavy package.
Yeah. No, you're right, Coach. I mean, looks like I thought Calix Lemp was coming off the field. He's going to stay on.
We got Jude Holler, and Jake.
Yeah, we got the inverted.
Going under center. You don't see that much out of a Coach Todd offense. But we're going under center.
And so the Knights are expecting it.
Here they are.
Madigan up the middle. Madigan powers through for a first down.
Yeah. He's going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th and 1, and Madigan's going to pick up 4 real quick out of that inverted bone formation that we haven't done a lot. They practice it a lot. I've seen it on film. We practice it a lot. They got a lot of variations out of this.
Deion Banks and Tyler Lawrence on the stop. Again under center. This time the Madigan on the left side.
Oh, there's someone there.
Still on his feet. He'll be wrestled out of bounds.
Number 4. Nice play. He's one of their better defensive players, number 4. I like the way he plays.
Tyler Traylor,
He came up from his safety position and kept Gavin from getting a lot more. I think Gavin's going to get about 4 or 5,
they'll give him 5. Second down and 5.
So here we go. Stay in the inverted bone, but we're going to get a little lightning in the backfield.
Ball on the 38-yard line. This time, give us the Madigan off the left side of that wishbone.
Ernest.
Jacob Ernest.
Yeah.
Is that his first carry of the season?
It is his first carry of the season.
I mean, he was so big last year, Kirk.
Yeah, when Gavin went down.
Yeah, when Gavin went down, and then, of course, he injures his knee in the Avon game in the regional semifinal. Good look at Jacob Ernest, the Suburban League Defensive Player of the Year 2024.
Inverted bone. We're going to stick with it. See what they've got an answer for. They got that run blitz. They're packing the box.
They're down at 4.
Oh,
Here's
they're
Hall.
faking-
Got a
Hall.
man over
He's
the
got
middle.
him in
He's
it.
open. It's left. What a great defensive play
Sure was. He
by
got-
number 12. That is Kingston Berry.
Yeah, the defender looked like got his hand on it maybe, or at least got in Calix's way of catching that. That was a good defensive play, real good defensive play.
Now, I thought maybe he got his hand up to deflect the pass, and if he doesn't, that is a touchdown.
Another touchdown, sure.
So the Grizzlies back to their traditional shotgun. Gavin Madigan in the backfield. 4th down and 4 now for Wadsworth. Big play for the Knights defensively.
Roll out, big block on the edge.
Got
There's
a man. It's Calix Lemp, and
Yeah.
he brings it in out of bounds
At
at
the
the 20-yard line. They'll mark
19.
it at the 19. 1st and 10 Grizzlies.
I tell you what, Calix has been somewhat surgical tonight. He's caught a lot of those balls right at the edge. Peace of mind to keep his feet in bounds. Catching the ball with his hands, you love to see it.
That's a great spot.
Oh, it was a great.
No, I'm going to tell you, that's a great spot. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. 2-by-1 set for Bryson Hall, left to right. This time they'll give it to Cooper Gray off the left side.
Up the
Gray
middle.
cuts it.
He's cutting it up to the 10. That's going to be a big gain. Big gainer. Big gainer, baby.
Gain of about 9.5 for Cooper Gray. He'll stay in the ball game.
Yep.
Jacob Ernest in the H-back on the left side. 2-by-1 set, left to right. The Grizzlies going tempo.
Do it
This
again.
time the Gray up
Finding
the
up
middle.
the middle. He's going to get the first down. What are they going to give him?
He will get to the 5-yard line, maybe the 6. They'll mark him at the 6.
Yeah. That's
How about
first down.
looking at the right side, Colton Levitt. Again, he's playing right tackle.
Yeah. They've moved Britton down to right guard.
Yep, and he's doing a great job. Is this time
See that
Gray will be stopped.
got the run blitz in, and that guy number 32, their linebacker, who all league number 32, he knifed in there and just submarine Cooper at the ankles.
Yeah, that's Demetrius Loggins, the heart and soul of this Knight defense.
Yeah, they're going to drop him for 2 on that one.
So play clock continues to run down here with under 150 left, and Wadsworth will take their time knowing that they will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. They are well within field goal range. Motion near side. This is Lemp.
Ducks. Go,
This is
Cooper.
Hall.
Go, Cooper.
Counter.
Get underneath him. Get in there, Cooper. Touchdown. Cooper Gray. Cooper Gray with the touchdown from 8 yards out. And the Grizzlies extend their lead 19-0. The little Ducks play. We love that sprint out counter that comes back the other way.
Yeah,
boy.
that's a great counter. Look at the block there by Gavin Britton,
Oop,
who just
slip.
makes a great block and provides enough space for Cooper Gray to find the end zone. Now, what a job by Britton.
Yeah, Britton made a great block on that play. And boy, there was a lot of heart, a lot of people giving it their all. You saw that chipping, blocking. Cooper made one slip, made him move.
Jones the snap, Schmelzer the hold is down, and a great kick by Lazzaretti.
20-0, Mike. Wow.
Now this Grizzly offense making it happen, and the defense unbreakable thus far.
They have been
in the first half.
And you know, we went a little pace, got that running game hitting, but I tell you what, the big plays that we continue to see, Calix Lemp catching the ball, keeping his feet in bounds, and Bryson moving the ball around. We've had Jack McNeil catch a couple. We had Luke Maddox had a catch over there. Schmelzer, so he's got those 4 already under his wing, 4 different receivers. A touchdown pass to Calix, which was really nifty for him to get that in the open field and make a man miss, and then to get that running game established. You know, that's where Coach Todd really loves to see that running game get grinding.
And you know, with 1:30 left here in the first half, you definitely want to stop the Knights there. You want to keep them out of the end zone, and that's just a great emotional, swing, if you will, advantage going into halftime.
Well, as you said just a moment ago, 1:30, our defense has been sound, and we're going to get the ball coming out in the 3rd quarter to really start to impose ourselves, like we go back to the keys to the game. Let's get a big stop here, Mike, and go in 20-0 or more at halftime.
So Lazzaretti tees it up. Grizzlies in command, 20-0. Again, a squib kick on the carpet here. Ed Artwright picked up at the 10.
There you go, nice. Oh, a ball.
Ball is out. They're going to say he's down.
Yeah, they're going to say he's down. Got a little extra action over here on the 20.
Looked like was that Loggins on the return?
Yeah, number 30. Was it 32? Yeah.
So 1:21 remaining in the opening quarter. And this Wadsworth defense has just been stellar all evening long.
Yeah, let's see if, they got to keep this edge on their shoulder. They got 1:20 to go here in the half, and they cannot take their foot off the gas here with this Knights offense.
Thomas will throw out to the right side, got a man and some room. He'll be wrestled out of bounds by Jacob Ernest.
First down and out of bounds.
On the reception there is Solvier Hughes. So the sticks will move for the Knights offense, and the Knights, again, they're out of timeouts.
Yeah, they unfortunately had to use quite a bit of, all three of them in the first. There's an issue. The refs are giving them, they're sending a man off. We've seen this a couple times tonight, Mike, where they've sent some people off from St. Francis. I don't know if they've got an equipment issue or what, but that's the third time they've sent a Knights player off, and they stopped the play to do it.
Yeah. Not sure what's going on there, but now we've got another one. Not sure exactly why they're leaving the game.
This has got to be an equipment issue or something. No mouthpiece potentially.
And now we have the referee coming in, and we're going to have a conference. I'm not sure what's going on, folks. We'll get back to action. First down and 10, ball at the 37-yard line for the Knights. Three receivers stacked to the right side. They'll give it left side. That's Beals on the carry. He'll be tripped up by that Gavin Madigan in on the stop. Nope, that's Jude Holler, the sophomore.
Yeah, he's going to get about 5 on that carry. He made a nice slip move and almost broke that. All right, we're going to send in some speed package. They need to go get too many men off the. We call timeout.
Yep.
They're going to give it to us. I don't know if he got it in, but they're going to give it to us. Late substitution.
Yeah, that looked as though that might have been a double pass. We saw that in I believe, the first quarter.
Yeah.
But Coach Todd.
Well, he's got them.
Yep.
I mean, he's got the timeouts. You can't take them with you. There's 53 seconds left, and he just don't want to help them out. Like we said, we have got all the momentum. We're going to get the ball back, and he's doing everything he can to keep us in this, mentally in this game and not let them, try to bust a play and change the whole dynamic of this game right now.
So the defense, again, we've said it multiple times, stellar here in the first half. Coming out of the timeout, it will be second down and 5 for the Knights. Ball at the 42-yard line. And a great shot of the moon. Our camera crew tonight, Aiden Uzinski, Abe Happerin, and Johanna Perino joining us here tonight on the end zone camera. Second down and 5 now, coming out of the timeout. Thomas looking to throw right side, got a man wide open.
Ernest sizes him up and gets him out of bounds.
On the reception is Hughes.
Looks like they may have just they got a couple yards past the sticks, Mike, so 49 seconds. But, again, we don't want to get in too much of a prevent type situation where we're letting them pick up yards because there's still time on the clock. Now, they don't have a lot of timeouts, but we got to play these sidelines a bit. Yeah. That's their only relief.
Thomas again rolling to his right. Throwing and incomplete. No flag on the play. On the coverage over there was Will Reese.
Dude, the hammer. I tell you what, he plays about as close to the edge as possible. And that receiver went up in the air, and he's just delivering a lick. He doesn't know where the ball is, and he's getting the business from one of their sideline. I don't know if it's a coach for the Knights, but the guy in the red coat over there was giving Will some language, and Will just kind of shrugged like, the player was in bounds. He went for the ball. I went for him. So that's how you play the game. And
yeah, you're right. I mean, you got to play hard within the boundary. Second down and 10 now for the Knights. Thomas now back to throw. Pressure.
Oh, Jay Lynn had him.
And he's going to slip.
He just goes down.
Yeah.
Jay Lynn had him.
So pressure by that defensive front
And with
of
no
the Grizzlies.
With no timeouts, Mike, this clock's just going to run now, and they're probably just going to let it go.
Well, they might get one. Yeah. I think you've got enough time. Coach Limke's going to go. I mean, don't leave a play on the table. They'll give it this time to Beals.
Yeah, he's going to get
that will do it in the first.
He got about
half.
six on that carry. Maybe they might give him 7, but that's going to be it. There's only 4 seconds to go. That's it. Halftime, Mike. Look at that. 20-0.
And a dominating first half by this Grizzly defense, holding the St. Francis de Sales Knights scoreless. Coach Todd and his staff will walk into the locker room, talk about the second half. The Grizzlies will get the ball in the third quarter. Your halftime score, Wadsworth 20, St. Francis nothing. Enjoy the halftime show. The St. Francis de Sales Knights marching band, followed by your Wadsworth Grizzly marching band.
Sing along with the Marching Knights as they bring you their
karaoke show. We begin with a 1981 hit that will take you on a journey back in time. Sunday TV shows, numerous sporting events, and everything in between. It's hard not to join in with this fan favorite. Here it is, Don't Stop Believing. summer of 2023, and this Dua Lipa song was no exception. Time to get on your feet and show us how you dance the night away. With an iconic song from 2015. Rock the Room, an Ohio alternative band, created this summer anthem that took over the radio. Don't you dare look back and keep your eyes on us as the marching nights close with Shut Up and Dance. Under the direction of Mr. Carl Collier and assisted by SFS graduates Colin Flanagan and Jacob Dar. Our trumpet soloist is the senior David Law. We are all encouraged by senior Ian Miller to the ML. I'm Jacob Dar, signing up now with the base of our tonight. Enjoy the evening and go Knights.
now entering the field in the 2025-2026 Wadsworth Grizzlies Marching Band. Leading the band down the field are drum makers Aaron Casey, Tracy Gale, and Becca Nicholas. The band is directed by Janet Meyer and assisted by Scott Cornwall. The percussion instructor is Ryan Louie, and percussion arranger and tech is David Seltzer. Vanessa Lloyd and Jessica Porson are the color guard instructors. Originally recorded by Gloria Jones in 1964 and covered in 1981. Get ready to embrace the darker side of romance as the Wadsworth High School Marching Band presents our rendition of Soft Cell's iconic Tainted Love. Superstar Jennifer Lopez released this song as the lead single from her 2011 album Love and features Pitbull. The song became a global success, topping charts in 37 countries. Prepare to dance away as we play On the Floor. Cabana, recorded by Barry Manilow, was inspired by a conversation at the Cabana Hotel in Rio de Janeiro. The track was Manilow's first full single for a song he wrote or co-wrote. Additionally, the song earned Manilow his first and only Grammy Award, featuring senior color guard captains Carissa Hutchinson and Callista Kuzmic. This is Copacabana.
Well, welcome back to the press box here at Arkwright Stadium as halftime show is coming to an end. The Grizzlies in the locker room currently up 20-0 over the Knights. Let's take a look at the halftime stats. Rushing yards, we'll start first with St. Francis. 34 yards on the ground for the Knights, 77 yards through the air. 3 first downs, penalized twice for 10 yards. And the 1 interception there by Jaden Gross, the defensive end for the Grizzlies. For Wadsworth, 121 yards on the ground, 114 through the air, 235 first half yards for the Grizzlies.
And that's about on pace, Mike, for this offense.
Yeah, it is. They're averaging almost 458 yards per ball game. Leading rusher for the Knights is Beal, 10 carries, 33 yards. Noah Wieski was 5 of 11 for 77 yards and 1 interception. Leading receiver for the Knights is number 7, Sulfier Hughes, 4 receptions for 32 yards. For the Grizzlies, leading rusher is Gavin Madigan, 8 carries, 70 yards, 1 touchdown. That being the 42-yard touchdown run in the first quarter to put the Grizzlies up 6-0 following the failed PAT. Bryson Hall, 11 of 14, 114 yards with 1 touchdown pass to Calix Lemp. Lemp, the leading receiver for the Grizzlies, 6 receptions, 72 yards, 1 touchdown. Cooper Gray on the evening, also with 14 carries for 63 yards. for the senior Cooper Gray. Calix Lemp with that Calix Lemp with 72 yards in the first half, needs 75 to become a 1,000-yard receiver here for the Grizzlies. And again, Calix Lemp missing games 9 and 10.
9 and 10. Yeah.
Justin Todd rallies his troops. The Grizzlies again will get the ball here to start the second half. Well, for St. Francis de Sales, this is their 19th playoff appearance and second consecutive for the Knights. In 1982, going way back when you played ball, right, Kirk?
They were in college. I'd already gotten to college then.
They were state runners-up in 1982, and the Knights won state titles in 84 and 2002.
I thought you said 92.
No,
82. I'm still in grade school.
Yeah,
Mark.
you're in grade school. Okay. So we've got the Grizzlies and the Knights, and Coach, if you're Coach Limke, what are you telling the Knights at halftime, down 20-0?
Well, I'm telling them they got to pick their energy up. We saw there right at the end, you and I talked about it during the halftime break. I mean, they got to pick up their energy a little bit. I know that they're down 3 scores, but, you know, they really had at different times contained the Grizzly offense and kept them out of a rhythm and kept them out of sync a little bit. And he's got to grow on that. Now, they picked up some yards late in the half. They have had some drives. They hadn't been able to finish drives and keep them sustained. And I would tell them we need to go back doing what we do and see if they can chip into this lead. But, you know, it's going to be difficult. The Grizzlies got into a rhythm, got the passing game going. We got a running game going, which we always want to do with the Thunder and Lightning. And then we got some emotion, and it's playoff time, and our defense, you started to see them start hopping around and cheering a little bit, and they're starting to have a little fun here at halftime, 20-0 here at home. And so Coach Todd wants our group to come out and get the ball, a long sustaining drive, get another score on the board, and get close to a running clock situation, and see if we can't just put these guys away.
And not a prolific passing team are the Knights, and if you've got to run the football to beat the Grizzlies, but down 20-0 with only the third and fourth quarter left, and you haven't been able to run the football in the first half, it's a big hill to climb for the Knights. But a turnover here and a turnover there can change the entire complexion of this football game.
And that's why Coach Todd's message, I imagine, was somewhere in the neighborhood of we got to keep our focus, we got to keep our foot to the pedal, we got to get rid of these guys and just send them back to Toledo, say thank you for coming down, and just play our game and not let up in any way.
Do we have any updates from games in the area? As you see, Carter Raymond.
Looks like his night is done, but he is walking around okay. I was able to speak with his mother. Looked like he had some sort of issue with his MCL. Don't want to get too much into it because they're not sure now. I'm sure they'll get that looked at and see how he is. We hope for a quick recovery there for Carter. He's such an integral part of our offensive line and run game.
So Kirk will give us some updates and some games around the area.
Yeah, some of major interest to some of us. We got Maslin over Hoover, 49-7. Maslin is really laying the wood to them there. Hudson up 14-3 over Lake at halftime. Highland was up 21-0 at halftime, and now the updated score is 35-0 over Brecksville. North Ridgeville, the number 4 seed in our region, is up 21-7 over Anthony Wayne. Avon up 32-6. Our potential opponent will come from that game, 32-6 over North Olmsted. And
Drew Puckett, got at the 1 yard line. This is Reese on the return. And it'll be stopped at about the 23-24 yard line. And Reese on the return team for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, we were. It's interesting in talking to Coach Todd throughout the week. He mentioned that they have such a tremendous kicker, kicking field goals and so forth, but he generally doesn't kick it into the end zone. And he thought he was going to get some returns this week, and you just saw one, and we don't get many kickoff returns this year.
So the big 3 up front, Deion Banks, Tyrell Lawrence, and Jermaine Polk, they will crowd the box. Do the Knights. Bryson Hall, 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies at the 23 yard line with the Knights. would love nothing more, obviously, to stop the Grizzlies. They're going to need a stop on this opening drive for Wadsworth and perhaps cause a turnover. Blitz coming. Give us to the right side, and a nice job by the Knights defense stacking up Cooper Gray for a gain of only 1 on the play. On the stop there is number 26. That's Logan Mesteller.
Yeah, it's really tough sledding in between those tackles and off tight end. They got a really nice defensive front, and then you can see number 32. They got a lot of run blitzes. Fake.
Hall looking to throw off the back foot. Jalen King going to run under it, and it's just out of his reach.
It looked like Jalen checked up here at about the 45, Mike, not sure. And then the ball's in the air, and he takes off once again. I think that's just a little miscommunication on Jalen's part. He thought maybe the ball was going somewhere else, and he cut his route off a little short, and just out of his outstretched hands.
3rd down and 8 now for the Grizzlies. Ball at the 25-yard line. 3-by-1 set for Bryson Hall. The Knights showing blitz. They drop back. Pressure coming. Ball's batted up in the air, and it falls incomplete.
Bryson Hall's pass is swatted down at the line of scrimmage.
It's number 54, I think, is the one who got that ball batted down.
And it'll be 4th down and 8.
It's going to be 4th and 8, and that's not the way the Grizzlies wanted to start this, getting the ball coming out in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, this is Jermaine Polk.
Hey.
And again, just as a defensive lineman, he can't get there, but he jumps, gets his hands in the air, deflects the pass, and the second half couldn't have started better for the Knights as they will turn the Grizzlies away. It is 4th down and 8, and they're forced to punt, and the Grizzlies disorganized, trying to get their punt team on the field.
They're not going to get it off.
Yeah, they're down to 3 seconds on the play clock, and Coach Todd will have to call a timeout, and he is not pleased.
Yeah, he's going to be real upset, Mike, I can tell you that. That was pretty poor execution, and he's going to let somebody on the staff and the players as well know about it. I mean, that was just inexcusable. To can't get in game 11, you can't get your punt team out on the field.
Yeah, and for the Knights,
Timeout, Wadsworth.
and for the Knights, you know, you look at timeouts. First quarter, they had to use 2 in the first half, and here you have the Grizzlies early in the 3rd quarter having to waste a timeout on what would typically be a routine punt play.
Not even a minute into the 3rd period. We're 3 and out, and can't get our standard punt team on the field. Yeah, and I agree with some of the communication up here. It looked like our snapper was the last one to get on the field. With just some bad communication on the Grizzlies sideline about what was going on there. But you know, Will Reese hasn't made many punts this year. We've gone to that what they call the Coast Guard, the Bryson Hall with the short kick. But Reese, we know, has a big leg. Let's see if he can get one off here.
Kick is away. And it's going to be fielded there by Jordan Brown on the left side. Jordan Brown.
Down at about the 45.
Return of about 8 on the punt for the Knights, so they'll take over. 1st down and 10 at the 45-yard line. And you know, they need to score desperately here early in the 3rd quarter to close the gap. But the problem for the Knights offensively, and we talked about it just a few minutes ago, is they're just having difficulty running the football.
Right, and that's their game. They're about a 68% run team, and if they can't establish much of a run, then it really stymies their offense.
The Grizzlies load the box with 6. This is Noah Wieske off the left side.
The quarterback, that's a little bit. We did see a quarterback run early in the game. Number 18, he's a thin fella. He's not real heavy.
Only a sophomore. To his left is Beals. Jordan Brown in the slot on the left side for the Knights. On the near side is Solvier Hughes.
Quick to the outside. Oh, there's nothing there. Good read and react up there on that side by Tommy Hahn, coming up quickly.
Brown on the reception, and you know the Grizzlies have been on spot defensively, only giving up 1 big play to the Knights.
I noticed we got Deshazi, number 13, has been getting a lot of reps tonight, and we're just isolating Calix a lot to just
Noah Whiskey rolling to his right, pressured, throws, got a man, and incomplete. Falls
great
batted away by
coverage.
Jude Holler.
That was great coverage by Jude. He just stayed on his hip. You said that earlier. He stayed on his hip, and Jude just made a play on the ball there. And number 4, who I think number 4 for the Knights is one of their best players overall. Tremendous safety, but he caught the ball. We saw him earlier on a pass play and couldn't bring that one in, but that was great coverage by Jude.
So Tommy Hahn and Schmelzer back deep for the Grizzlies as the Knights will look to punt it away at 4th down and 7 on their own 49-yard line. Houston in motion, trick play.
Trick play,
Houston
here it is.
looking to throw. Ball
Ball's
is
in the air.
up, and it is incomplete.
So the Grizzlies will take over at the Knights' 49-yard line.
And Kirk, right now is a good time to talk about, and we've talked about it a lot this season, how well prepared this team is for plays like this.
Mike, there was 5 people around that potential receiver, and there was 2 people up here marking the flare out here. And so, yes, the preparation, that the coaching staff, we've got coaches that are breaking this down. They're meeting with their kids daily. They're going over it in practice, and very detailed staff, and the coaches or kids are prepared.
This time
Off
the give
tackle.
is the Hall. Cooper Gray, left side. Cooper looking to get it up across the 40-yard line.
He's going to get about 10 yards on that.
Yeah, good gain for Cooper Gray. They'll give him 10. Good enough for a first down.
Yeah, they're moving. Are they going to move the sticks? No.
2nd down and short.
Looks like they're not.
McNeil and Lemp to the right side. Mendel and the H-back on the right side. It's a 3-by-1 set for Bryson Hall. They'll give it to Gray, right side. Gray's going to get stacked up for a loss on the play.
Yeah.
Great pursuit and depth by that Knight defense. On the stop there, number 21, Tyler Galat.
Yeah, they're going to lose a couple yards on that.
Galat knifing in from that safety position. Reminded you a little bit of Gavin Madigan's play in the 2nd quarter.
He was fired up after that, too.
A loss on the play, 3rd down and 4 now for the Grizzlies.
Wow.
And another great play by
Wow.
Polk.
He just came through unattached. I don't know if there was a miscommunication on that play or what. He's fired up, and we get them dancing around like that, Mike. We just don't want to give them much hope that they're going to get back in this game. But, I mean, Cooper loses 2 more yards at least on that play, and he just came knife through and hit him as soon as he accepted that ball.
So the Knights defense with 2 TFLs on this 2nd drive for the Grizzlies here in the 2nd half. Mendel in motion now returns back to the H spot. It's going to be a 3-by-1 set right to left for Bryson Hall. Hall in the Coast Guard.
Yeah, coaches elected to kick that. That's a good kick.
And
Get
that
out
is
of bounds.
a
Get out
good
of- oh, it's
call,
gonna
and it will roll into the end zone. And no, I agree, Kirk. I think that's the right decision. 4th down after 2 TFLs.
Yeah, I mean, there was certainly on the last one, Mike, there on 3rd down, it looked like there was a missed blocking assignment on that edge because 54, Jeremiah is such a great player, and you got to block him. I mean, he's even better when you don't block him. You know what I mean? So he just came right through and wrapped Cooper up as soon as he and Bryson had that exchange, and they're going to sit down and they're looking at it now on the sidelines. They'll get that sorted out. But defense back on the field, Mike.
Noah Whiskey in the shotgun. Give us to Hughes.
Number
Hughes
7.
turns it up for a short gain on the play for the Knights. That'll bring up, I believe, 2nd down and 7. Gain of 5. 4, 2nd and 6 on the scoreboard is what it reads.
Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Defense has really been where they're supposed to be. I mean, they're going to get a few yards, but overall, this defense has really been in the right positions.
Noah Whiskey with a 2-by-1. This time to give is to Beal, and he will go nowhere.
Yeah, I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage, similar to the play with for the Grizzlies. I mean, we had a lot of people in that backfield real quick.
Nathan Shipley on the stop. Ryan Stoops. Who else is in there? Jaden Gross. Yeah, it's been a tough go between the tackles for this Knights running game. And we talked about how quick the front 3 is, Kirk, of this defensive line. Able to get into the gap and disrupt the running play. Noah Whiskey now with a tight formation, 2-by-2.
They're going to call timeout. Yeah, coach looked a little frustrated over there on the Knights sideline. He looked angrily like he was taking that timeout. Wow, we've got an upset brewing down in Stark County. Canton, McKinley, and our arch rivals, the Medina Bees, tied at 7.
Wow.
I never would have expected that. That is a big-time score in Division I.
And at halftime, it was Fitch 14, Green, the Bulldogs 17.
Yeah, that's another game that, Green has won 5 games in a row. They had to win 4 games in a row to end the season just to get in the playoffs, and then they won a game on the road last week. And now, like you said, they're over in Austintown against Fitch, and they're up by a field goal.
Nowitzki going deep.
He's there.
It's underthrown.
Oh, and Madigan.
And Madigan with a great play.
Madigan jumps up and knocks it down. Just a great defensive play. Number 11, I have to say, he had a step on Tommy there early. And Gavin comes underneath and just made a great play on the ball. And, Gavin has, he had a touchdown, really nice run on that touchdown, but has really made his presence known on defense tonight. Super great tackles, a nice pass break up there. He's been everywhere for the Grizzlies on defense, and we know that he is the spirit of that Grizzly defense.
So Puckett will kick it away,
Short kick.
and fair catch signaled for by Schmelzer. And the ball will
Take a Grizzly bounce.
be down at about the 45-yard line. We got a word from our radio crew across the way that they're in the second quarter. You saw a lot of players going off the field for the Knights, and the word is that some of the players didn't have mouthpieces and some didn't have knee pads.
Oh, wow.
And so without a mouthpiece or the proper protective equipment, the officials will ask you to leave and get equipped properly.
I'm not going to come to their aid and defend them with the knee pad, but in game, we're in week 12, and you don't have a mouthpiece. I mean, that I had to scratch my head to that one. The knee pad thing, I understand. The athletes, they don't like those knee pads, but no mouthpiece?
Bryson Hall will give to Cooper Gray off the right side, and he'll be stopped for a very short gain. Tyler Galat on the stop for the Knights. Wow, this defense is playing lights out for the Knights here early in the second half.
They really do not want the Grizzlies to run the football. And Cooper just has been able to find one of his seams tonight, and been a little sluggish in the run game on this second half, Mike.
So a 3-by-1 set.
A little confusion.
For Bryson Hall, play clock down to 10. Blitz coming.
Play action.
Hall
Got a ball away.
Throws,
Nice
got a man,
catch.
received.
That's Lemp.
Lemp on the reception. That's good enough for a first down.
Nice sliding catch by Calix. That gives us a little bit of breathing room, and we're going with a little bit of pace. It looks like they're setting the ball, and we're ready to go. This is where the Grizzlies have an advantage and have all year. When they get to a little pace.
3-by-1. This time they'll give
Cooper
to
hit
Gray.
it.
Cooper with a good gain on
Just
first
driving
down.
his legs, boy, he's going to get almost 8. Now they're going to give him a good solid 7, it looks like, on that carry. But that's what we need. We need to, here we go.
This is Temple. Calix Lemp will come off the field. Tommy Hahn wide to the left. This time Schmelzer.
Cooper with a nice cut.
I beg your pardon, Cooper Gray.
He's going to pick up 5.
Coach, I'm going to tell you, Schmelzer just faked me out. I thought he was getting the ball on the near side in the slot. Lamp comes back on, wide left.
We like the pace. Clock's running. Grizzlies are at the line of scrimmage, and I tell you, the Knights are in confusion mode right now.
Bryson Hall with a 3-by-1.
Play
He's
action.
going to throw.
He's got a man. He's got
Calix
Calix.
Lemp.
Touchdown, Grizzlies! Calix Lemp on the post, midfield. A strike of about 30 yards from Hall to Lemp. The Cheetah just beat him to the inside, Mike. 30-yard, roughly 28, 30-yard strike, Hall to Lemp. Touchdown number 2 on the night with that combination.
Yeah, it's man coverage, and Lemp gets the step beyond the defender. Couldn't get a number, we'll get it for you. But Bryson Hall, the sophomore, puts it on the money. Grizzlies up 26-0. Gavin Madigan checks in on that PAT unit. Again, Jordan Jones, the snapper. Schmelzer with the hold. Lazaretti looking to put the Grizzlies up by 27. And we've got a whistle, a flag, false start by the Grizzlies.
You know, just a couple sloppy things about the Grizzlies tonight. You know, not getting out there on the punt. Not trying to be too critical with them, Mike, but you know, your motion on an extra point. Again, we're in week 12, and we've kicked a lot of extra points, my friend. To be jumping off sides, up 26. This is not a pressure situation.
Yeah, and these are the things that as you get deeper into the playoffs, as the kick is up by Lazaretti and good, as you get deeper in the playoffs, these mistakes are magnified.
They are magnified. And I'm not so sure that somebody didn't get a hand on that. Lazaretti he had some strength behind that kick, but I don't know the way it went off. A lot of heavy rotation. I don't know if maybe somebody got that tipped. We got an update. It looks like McKinley has now taken the lead on Medina, 14-7.
So let's take another look at the touchdown pass, a 30-yard
good pass protection.
Reception. Yeah, great protection. And again, it's man coverage. And Lemp just gets behind the defender.
Number 16.
Yeah, that's Noah Edwards.
Yeah. Oh boy, is it nice to have Calix back after a little bit of a vacation there. He's probably well over 100 yards now. With the catch on the sideline, and that was about a 30-yard catch. I think you said he had 70, 72 at the half, so that'll put him over 100. He's been the
he needed 75 coming into the second half to become a 1,000-yard receiver on the season.
He got about 10 or 11 on the one reception and another 14, they're telling me, on that reception. He's at 114, excuse me. He's at 114. He needed 152 to break 1,000 in total. So he's approaching that, and the Grizzlies up 27-0.
Lazaretti will kick it away. And this is Beals in the corner.
We got to pin him. He's going to try and come across field. He's got good speed, Mike. Oh!
Great stop.
Wow! Are you kidding me? Look at that. One of the young bucks. Who is that, number 25? Colt Mellon, the senior, the wrestler. Yeah. That man's a high-caliber state wrestler. He came down there and laid the lick on that lower body, Mike, and just took Bill's legs right out from underneath it.
Colton Mellon, 5'9", 150. Played like 200 on that one.
I was going to say, 150, when you add wrestler at 150, that makes a difference.
He uses every bit of that 5'9" frame for leverage.
That was a massive two-leg takedown there by Colt Mellon.
Noah Whiskey in the backfield. This time he's going to throw left side, got a man. And for a short gain, that's Houston on the reception for the Knights.
Well, I think at this point the Grizzlies just are going to try and keep everything in front of them. Obviously, that was about an 8-yard gain right in front of Watson and Ernest. Good pitch and catch there by the Knights. Just trying to generate some offense here and see if they can gain some ground. Beal up the middle.
Beals again wrestled down by Jacob Ernest. Good enough for a first down for the Knights.
Yeah, he's going to get a first down, but he only got about 3 yards on that carry, Mike. I mean, they're just not giving him much. Just like they're not giving, their defensive front's not giving our Grizzlies a whole lot up front either. Yeah, we had one big break by Madigan. It was a beautiful run, well blocked, and we just haven't had a lot of big breakers since then. Uh-oh, here we go. Sweep, little jet sweep. The Grizzlies are there. Short pickup. We trying to get some information here. Mike's trying to gather up some information. Boy, the Grizzlies, Mike, on that jet sweep, they just read it. They picked up almost 5 there, but this is tough defense here by the Grizzlies.
Second down and 5 now. Noah Whiskey throws left side.
Good block out there on the edge.
Nice job on the reception there is Solvier Hughes. And I'll tell you what, Hughes has had a pretty good football game.
He has.
On the offensive side for the Knights.
There was a big block. I think they got a big block by the inside receiver on Hahn. And in doing so, allowed him to spring around the edge and pick up some big yards on the Beal in the backfield.
Beal on the left side. He'll get swallowed by that defensive front of the Grizzlies.
He was jitterbugging as soon as he got that handoff, Mike. You could see that. He just didn't really know where to go. And Jacob Ernest and his friend said, "You're not going anywhere."
Well, you had Ryan Stoops coming in, but
Yeah.
Brad Watson also in on the stop. And I tell you what, you talk about guys that have a great season. How about Brad Watson?
Yeah. Bowden goes down early. Brad comes in. He's well seasoned, a lot of experience, senior. He's been living for this season and has stepped in and played great. And then you can't say enough about Ryan Stoops. I mean, I could sit here and talk all day about him.
Noah Whiskey downfield. It's incomplete. Tommy Hahn on the coverage. Houston, the intended receiver for the Knights.
Yeah, Tommy Hahn as a corner is just, he's there every time. He's there every play. You know, he's had very few missteps this season. He has been a blanket. And just played so well. I mean, all conference level, if not better. I mean,
he's all conference.
He has really played well.
And honestly, Kirk, he's an all-district kind of guy. Third down and 11 for the Knights.
Screen.
Beal to the screen. Beal's got open field. Beal to the 45. He'll get enough for a first down as he crosses the 43. They'll mark it at the 40-yard line.
Looks like a pickup of about 13 on that little screen play. And we had one man to have him, and he was able to get by that. And then you're right, there was some open field there in the middle. But
is that Beals or Hughes on that reception?
It looked like number 1 to me.
They're
saying number 7.
It was Hughes again. Another big gain for Sylvier Hughes as Houston is a little shaken up on the play.
Yeah,
First down and 10, 40-yard line of the Grizzlies. This time Beals will get it up the middle. Beals spinning. And Beals with about 5 on the play, and now the Knights offense looking to get some rhythm here, and they're moving the ball against the Grizzly D. Down 27-0.
They've had 2 nice pass plays to the far side, Mike. They had the one screen that went down the sideline, and they had the other screen there in the middle that picked up 13. And they're generating some offense here with these little screens to the outside.
Jordan Brown on the reception. Jordan Brown will be stopped short of a Knight first down. That'll bring up third down and short. DeShazi on the stop for the Grizzlies.
You're right, number 13. DeShazi's been playing quite a bit. They've limited Calix's snaps on defense tonight. On his, just coming back from having several weeks off. He's been doing a lot on offense, obviously. But DeShazi's got a lot of reps in Calix's absence. He's been playing well, young fella.
2-down territory for the Knights. Noah Whiskey will turn it upfield, and he'll be stopped at the 29, but good enough for a first down for the Knights.
Barely, but boy, he found the sticks and was able to get his body across. And this, I haven't seen him, and I watched several games. Like, I haven't seen 18 in there. So the fact that this guy's come in here and he's starting week 12, I don't know that he's played all year for the varsity level. He's not been doing too bad in that regard.
No, he's actually shown quite a bit of composure. Noah Whiskey to throw, left side, short pass. Receiver is Hyler Traylor.
Yeah. Traylor, I like him a lot, number 4. He's a really good player, playing both ways. He's playing that safety position on their defense. He's come up a lot of times in run support. That's what they use him in as a lot. But man, showing his wares here on offense as well.
3-by-1 set, 2-by-1 set now for Noah Whiskey. Yields to his right hip.
Under 30 seconds here in the third period, Mike. This game is churning right along.
Beals will switch sides, go to the left hip of Noah Whiskey. Noah Whiskey to throw.
Going to the
end
corner.
zone.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Way out of bounds.
Pass intended there for Traylor. So that brings up a 4th down and 5 for the Knights.
The Highland game, if you can believe this, is over. I'm getting a 38-7 score already. We haven't even entered the 4th period, but the Highland game is over, 38-7. Looks like they got into a running clock situation, and that game is ended. Looks like Avon up big is. Oh, another pass batted down.
Yeah, that is number 66, Anderson Tetzel. We'll take a look again at the brackets. Wadsworth, if they remain in control, looks like they will with a quarter left. They will play. Yeah, top 4 seeds move on. And Wadsworth would play here at Art Wright next Friday night.
Yeah, they hold on here. This is a big play, Mike. 4th down.
Noah Whiskey, the
Looking for
throw,
a middle
pressure
screen.
coming. He's got to throw it into the ground.
The Grizzlies had it sniffed out, Mike. It was like a grizzly on a salmon. They sniffed it out, and that ball was going nowhere, and he just had to get rid of it.
And again, this goes back to the preparation. We talked last night, Kirk, about how many plays that our defensive coordinator, Jason Hahn, put into review.
Matt Probst.
I'm sorry.
Hahn is our
Probst, yeah.
defensive backs,
Yeah.
defensive backs coach. But yeah, but I tell you what, that collectively this defense, the defensive staff, we talked about that. There was 70 breakdowns.
Yeah, 70 breakdowns.
70
Yeah.
breakdowns of situations that they covered either in film or during the week.
Coach Probst, I
Yeah.
apologize.
But Coach Hahn had his hand into it too. I know I've seen some breakdowns of Coach Hahn, what he's putting together in the passing game. So let's see what the Grizzlies offense can generate here.
3 receivers to the left for Hall. He'll throw as Calix Lempin, open field, and he slips on the turf and he falls in front of number 16. That is Noah Edwards for a very short gain on the play, and that will do it. In the third quarter, the Grizzlies will go into the fourth quarter up by 27.
All right, let me just say, everybody that was getting a little excited, I'm sorry. I got to pour a little water on your fire. McKinley now 21-7 over Medina Bees. But you're not going to get a whole lot of sympathy from this Wadsworth crowd. But, we play Medina. We want to see them do well other than week 3. And next year they're going to be a member of the Suburban League next year. So there'll be a conference foe. Not only will they be a natural rival, but they're going to be a conference rival. We'll welcome Highland into the Suburban League next year on our side as well. We're going to lose, I believe we're going to lose Brecksville and Twinsburg to the American Conference. And I think, Coach Todd's putting a schedule together. I don't want to throw out any names. He's talked to me about a few teams that we do have on the schedule, but I don't know that he's got the out-of-conference schedule completed yet. Medina will now become a conference game, and then Highland, of course, coming over from the American to the big boy side.
And you've got, how many teams in the Suburban League National Conference. Obviously, the Grizzlies here in the playoffs. Hudson, Twinsburg, Brecksville, Nordonia.
Yeah.
Give left side. This is Cooper Gray.
Trying to get his leg going.
35. He'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. 39-yard line. They'll mark it. The Grizzlies going tempo.
Looks like a pickup of about 12.
Cooper Gray in the backfield. In the pistol behind Hall. They'll give to Gray. Gray
he slipped
on the turf. And for no gain on the play. There's big number 55. That is Dion Banks.
He's a big presence on that defensive line, along with Jeremiah, our buddy Jeremiah, that's going to the Big Ten. They got a very formidable defensive line, very active, very strong, and got some meanness to them.
This time, Gray.
Trying
right
to find his
side,
way. He's pushing.
And that'll bring up third down. Yeah, you look at Jermaine Polk, 6'3", 250. Tyrell Lawrence, 6 foot, 240. And James Krebs, 6'3", 220. Dion Banks is 5'10", 260. Yeah. Some big men up front for the Knights.
It looks like they're going to give Cooper 3 on that carry, but it's going to bring up third down and long.
And Cooper's going to stay in the backfield.
Yeah. He's got some volume of carries tonight.
Maddox and Schmelzer wide to the left. Calix Lemp wide to the right. I beg your pardon, that's McNeil. Hall rolling, throwing, got a man over the middle and on the left side.
50-yard line, yeah.
That is Maddox, good enough for a first down.
Luke Maddox with a great possession reception. Got to the sticks and a little more, and that's going to be a big pickup for Luke. And a first down for the Grizzlies. We need to strike one more time and get this clock running, Mike.
So the Grizzlies in Knights territory. First down and 10, ball at the 49-yard line. Cooper Gray in the backfield once again behind Hall. It'll be 3 receivers to the right. This time they'll give it to Gray. Stretch play.
Found a seam. Get up. He made a slip. Oh.
Yeah, Cooper just a half a step away from breaking a big one.
You can almost feel it. The lightning's crackling a little, Mike.
Yeah, gain of 4 for Cooper Gray. He'll stay in the backfield. And we got a whistle.
Number 50. We were just speaking about him on the defensive line there for the Knights.
That's Tyrell Lawrence, 6 foot, 240-pound junior, an all-conference performer.
He's a heck of a player
for the Knights. Looks like they're going to tend to that left knee. He's going to pop him up, and
maybe
hopefully it might just be a cramp.
Yeah, he maybe just took a lick on the knee, or maybe it was a cramp. But I tell you, when I watched this film, the thing that jumped out at me the most was their defensive line play. They got 54, 55, and 50, and they are athletic. They're strong. They got good size. You know, if we end up seeing Avon next week, you know, this would be a good tune-up for that, because they've got as athletic a defensive line.
Yeah,
you know,
they do.
They're really, really good up front.
So 2nd down and 6 now. Ball at the 45-yard line. 3 receivers to the left of Bryson Hall. Cooper Gray in the backfield, in the pistol. Fumble on the play, picked up. That is Noah Edwards. Will take it to the house for the Knights. And St. Francis de Sales is on the board.
Wow, I'd like to see that replay. It looked like the ball just went right through Hall's hands. And boy, the bounce was perfect, wasn't it, Mike?
He's looking for it and just looks away at the last second, and Noah Edwards there to pick it up.
Yeah.
50-yard fumble return, scoop and score for the Knights.
And the bounce was almost perfect. So it looked like, as you said, Bryson just took his eyes off the ball briefly at the snap, and it just went right off his right shoulder. And boy, the bounce was perfect for the Knights to pick that up and return it.
So Puckett on for the PAT, and a whistle and a flag on the play.
False start.
Is it a false start?
Well, this kicker's got plenty of leg, Mike. I don't think that's going to be an issue. And we're still jogging people on the field. Again, not enough people on that play for the Grizzlies.
And again, when you look at this second half, it is some miscommunication on the punt team on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, and a fumble here in the 4th quarter. And these mistakes are magnified as the playoffs continue. So Puckett now will line up for a 25-yard PAT. Kick is blocked.
Wow. Noah Edwards, actually, they're saying.
Yeah, Noah Edwards was the scoop and score for the Knights.
Yeah, there's a jersey swap or something going on for him, game over game. They're saying it's a home and away thing, that he wears different numbers on the road, maybe. A little unusual, but, you know, we want to make sure we identify the correct person. That was a great placement. He was where he's supposed to be. He got a great bounce and took it to the house. Let's see what happened here.
Let's see who gets in. Oh, that's the false start. Where actually Puckett hit that wide right.
Yeah, that was a miss anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a miss. We'll take another look at the PAT attempt that was blocked. See who gets in there. And that is that Madigan?
Yeah, that was Gavin. Gavin with the blocked PAT. I'm telling you, folks, he's been all over the place tonight. He's had a big touchdown contribution on offense. He's had a pass breakup, several outstanding tackles, and now a block kick.
Block kick. Gavin Madigan, who is going to Army in the fall. And, of course, Calix Lemp will be going to the Air Force.
He is the
squib kick. The Grizzlies will take it at the 20-yard line.
The Swiss Army knife tonight. Yeah. I mean, he's done a lot in all phases of the game. He's got 70 yards and a touchdown. He's got several tackles, a big pass breakup we saw here. And now he's blocked the kick on special teams. He's everywhere. I've said for years, and there's been a lot of people that are like, they're very humble, his dad included. I said, Gavin's the best football player we've had in this program in a very long time. Just as a complete football player. You know, Mike Dickey used to say Walter Payton was the best football player he'd ever seen in his life, and that Gavin is that type of a player. He is just a football player. He can do whatever you ask him to do.
And he plays the game with such a high IQ.
Yes.
Wide receivers 3 to the left for Hall. They'll give to Cooper Gray. He'll be wrapped up for a short gain on the play.
Wow.
On the stop for the Knights.
The run game has been tough sledding for the Grizzlies overall tonight.
That Noah Edwards just enjoyed the scoop and score, but a failed PAT.
A lot of volume here tonight in the run game, but just not a lot of yards. But, you know, the passing game has been effective. when needed, to pick up some first downs and keep these drives going.
Well, I think that tells you, something about this Knights defense, at least the front five, able to stop the Grizzly run game for the most part. Hall this time looking to throw.
Got a lot of time.
Changing,
He's got a man
down,
deep.
And is caught and dropped.
There's a flag. There is a flag. They're gonna call pass interference. Yeah, they're gonna call. Looks like it's gonna be interference. Boy, he almost brought that one in, didn't he, Mike? From his back.
From his back. Well, I think the impact to the ground, he ended up losing the football, but DPI is going to be the call here, defensive pass interference.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that's a 15-yard penalty maybe. I don't. It's not a spot foul, I don't believe, in high school, is it?
No, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, so that'll take it up to about the 35, it looks like.
We assume it's defense, but maybe it's offensive pass interference.
No, he's moved the ball out to the 35, and I think they were having a little bit of a discussion on, there's a sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
On the Grizzlies. First down Grizzlies from the 35.
Now we'll take another look. And Hall had plenty of time.
Yeah, he did. The ball's way in the air. There's a push there, and he had it.
Almost had it, yeah.
Yeah, and he had already thrown the flag. He saw the defender there.
So the Grizzlies now with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Hall out to Schmelzer. Schmelzer will turn it to the inside. Good gain on first down for Wadsworth.
I'll tell you what I am impressed with, though. The Knights, when they go to make a tackle, they make it with some viciousness. I mean, they are very aggressive on the tackle when they get there. And this hurry up for the Grizzlies is really causing them trouble.
This time they'll give to Gray. Gray will work his way to the inside.
He's going to get the first down. They're going to give him a gain of about 4, it looks like. Yeah, they're going to mark it at the...
On the stop there is Blake Adler for the Knights defense.
At the 49.
Adler at the nose for DeSales.
Grizzlies going pace again. Here's Cooper up the middle. He's trying to find another seam. Boy, it's tough.
Now, the Grizzlies here running clock here in the 4th quarter. Going to keep that clock moving. 2nd down and 8 for the Grizzly offense. Cooper Gray limping, and that will bring in Thunder. Gavin Madigan. Gray will work his way to the sideline. He's had a number of carries here tonight. This time, Thunder spinning, and he'll be short of a first down. They'll mark him about a yard shy. That'll bring up 4th down and 1 for this Grizzly offense.
Yeah,
I mean, what a run by Gavin Madigan, where he was maybe a TFL.
Yeah.
But he spins, gets positive yardage. It's 3rd down and 2 now for Wadsworth. And can you say enough about Colton Levitt?
Yeah.
After Carter Raymond going down, he's playing right tackle.
Yeah, they slid Britton down to guard and put Levitt back in at tackle.
So 3rd down and 2. They'll give to Madigan. Up the middle, good enough for a first down.
It's just tough in there. He's going to get about 4, 5. Looks like they got Cooper on the ground, a thigh in it. It looked like he got a Charlie horse. They're working on his thigh.
Tyler Gallat on the stop for the Knights.
Yeah, Jude Haller. Get some carries in here for Jude, it looks like.
3-by-1 lineup now for the Grizzlies. 3 to the left of Hall.
Right up the middle for Jude. Get your head up, Jude. Spin
Haller
move.
Spinning, bouncing.
Driving.
And
big carry for
flag
Jude.
on the play.
He got about 5. We'll see what they're going to call here.
Logan Mesteller on the stop for the Knights. We'll see if a face mask is called here. And good to see Jude Haller running the football hard.
Yeah, he's going to be the guy next year, Mike, with Cooper, and we're not sure where he's going to move on to, but we know Gavin's going to move on to Army. It's going to be Jude's ball to carry. We're going to probably see some Bowden in there. We got Hoover is a young guy it's going to be a face mask against the Knights. It's good to see Cooper up. He's jogging around. Maybe he'll let Coach Mount know he's ready to go again. Oh,
Pass on a slant, and his falls incomplete. Pass is intended for Maddox. On the coverage there is Kingston Berry. So 2nd down and 1 now for the Grizzlies. Ball at the 30-yard line. Grizzlies in control, 27-6. 6:30 remaining here in the quarterfinal of the Division II Region 6
Jude.
playoffs.
Off
Jude out
tackle,
to the left
trying
side.
to make
Jude
some
cuts
move.
it back inside. Good
Big
enough
first
for
down.
a first down.
Good run by Jude, man. I tell you, Cooper goes there. Gavin's had a lot of impact on defense. He's had some offense. Cooper comes out with a little bit of a Charlie horse it looked like they were working on. Got a timeout, an injury timeout there. We got a night down. Really starting to wear on the Knights, I think, a little bit, Mike. You know, they don't play nearly as many folks as the Grizzlies do. They got some rotational guys in there, and the Grizzlies are leaning on them a little bit right here.
Yeah, we'll get a number for you. Good to see him get up. I believe is that 32?
Sure is. That's their inside
Demetrius
linebacker.
Liggins. Yeah, he's the heart and soul of that defense.
All-conference player. But it was good to see Jude able to jump right in there, get some positive carries, because we're gonna see Jude a lot in the 26th season.
You know, when we look back to before week 1, you and I talking about the season, how important it was when you get into the playoffs. 1, you've got to be healthy when you get there, but 2, you've got to have depth, and I think the Grizzlies certainly have some depth when you look at a guy like Jude Holler that can just jump in the backfield when needed. 1st down and 10 now for the Grizzlies at the Knights' 25-yard line. The Knights show blitz. Hall
there he
throws,
is.
got a man.
Ooh.
It is Schmelzer, and he'll be stopped for a short gain on the play.
Interesting, Kyle turned the wrong way. He turned into the defender. There was nobody to the inside, and he caught and spins to the outside, and the defender met him right there face to face.
Noah Edwards really having a good second half for the Knights, but find themselves down 27-6 against a very good Grizzly football team. Again, the Grizzlies ranked 4th in the state of Ohio in Division II. That is an AP ranking, a short 3-receiver stack to the left. This time it's Mandela in motion to the near side. Hall looking to throw.
Underneath.
On the right side, underneath. That is Schmelzer again. Schmelzer will get
down to
inside the 10. Good enough for another Grizzly first down. Well, now the offense for the Grizzlies in rhythm.
Yeah.
And 1st and goal from the 10. This time it's Cooper Gray off the left side. Cooper
Churning.
will get
got spun
thrown
back
to the turf.
Yeah, he got spun back.
That's number 60 on the stop. Blake Adler, that nose tackle for the Knights. Cooper Gray has been a workhorse, and he will leave the game. Jude Holler, the sophomore, back in the backfield behind Bryson Hall.
2nd and goal from the 7.
From the 7-yard line now. This time, Jude Holler, left side. He
Bouncing
bounces
around.
it left, spinning, and he'll be down
At the
inside the 1. And a great effort by the sophomore tailback.
Yeah. It's good to see that. Good to see that.
Ball placed. I believe they're going to put it at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, he was really close to breaking the plane on that, Mike. And like you said, when we get into a little bit of tempo and rhythm, we get Bryson into a rhythm. He's hitting his receivers wide. He's hitting them across the middle. And then we can loosen it up a little bit and let the running backs run. I think that's 30 carries for Cooper tonight.
So what the officials were talking about, the chain gang had the yard markers up, and they asked them to drop them to the ground. It's 3rd down and 1. 3rd and goal from the 1 for the Grizzlies. As the official winds the clock, as Bryson Hall looks back, gets the play from the sideline, and the Knights will jump, I believe.
Flag down.
Encroachment, the Knights. So Jacob Ernest now will check in. This is our heavy package, Kurt.
Yeah, they're going to go real heavy. And
heavy on the right side. Colton Levitt on the right side. Jacob Ernest in motion as Maddox. Give Howler left side, right side, touchdown, Jude Howler in Wadsworth.
The sophomore just pounds it in on that right side.
Behind the big guys.
Yeah. You know, we slid Britton down to guard, probably a more natural position for him. Levitt's at tackle, and then you bring in Jake Ernest, the All-American, and you just run behind that group there from the half-yard line, and Jude Holler gets his first offensive touchdown of the season, and that's the future, folks, number 21.
Now the Grizzlies up 33-6, pending the PAT again. JJ will snap it. Schmelzer will hold it. Lazzaretti to kick. 3:49 left in this one. And it has been all Wadsworth tonight, except for the turnover, the scoop and score for the Knights. Lazzaretti, kick is up, and it is good. Grizzlies with a 34-6 lead. Jude Holler, congratulations on your first score of the season in a state playoff game.
Offensive score.
Offensive score,
Well,
yes, sir.
He had the one against Solon a couple weeks ago. First offensive touchdown of the year for Jude.
Let's look at the push here by this offensive line, Kirk.
JJ stand. They went heavy. They went heavy to the right. They moved JJ over to the right, and he is handling that guy still in the end zone. A lot going on there. You got Levitt and Britton. They moved JJ from his left tackle spot over to the right side, and then you put number 6 in the backfield. And there wasn't a whole lot that crew from Toledo could do on that play, Mike.
I think we've got a good look, a good test for this Grizzly defense tonight with the Toledo St. Francis de Sales offense, and they've certainly done a great job stopping the Knights offense tonight. The only score, again, the scoop and score on the fumble off of the snap. And folks, we will not know if WCTV would carry next week's game until maybe Monday.
But you can be sure we will let you know. If we are, we will make sure to broadcast it. We'll let you know the circumstances of next week's game and where you can watch it. Best place to watch it is right here at Artwright Stadium.
That's right. Yeah, I was just going to say, if you can make it to Artwright, get here. It's going to be a good one, as the Knights will return it to the 27-yard line.
Weather looks a little ugly early in the week, but I looked at the extended forecast. It might be 60 degrees next Friday, Mike. So it'll be a great place to be. Will be Artwright Stadium next Friday night. Kamoni
Rubio on the return for the Knights. Right, I mean, we're looking at snow on Monday, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be in the maybe 60 degrees, as you said, next Friday. It's been a great season of Friday night football for the most part.
I can't imagine, without looking at all the brackets, I can't imagine there's going to be a higher profile game in the state than Wadsworth versus Avon.
Norowiecki again to Beals and tripped up there by DeShazi.
About 2 yards.
Yeah, a nice stop there, open field tackle by DeShazi.
We just have not allowed Eli Beal, number 1, to break loose tonight. This defense, give them a lot of credit. They've had a little bit of success with some intermediate passes and some to the edge and get up the sideline, but as far as the running game goes, he's a big-time running back, and we have been very effective.
Norowiecki now out to the near side. That's Brown. And Brown.
A lot of Grizzlies there.
Down. Yeah, a lot of Grizzlies. On the stop there is going to be number 22. That's Dom Jackson, DJ.
Yeah, DJ. You saw Ernest was there. Jude Holler was there very quickly. And, of course, Tommy was the first one there with the handling the lead blocker there in front. So the Grizzlies are playing like it's the first period. I mean, they're all over the place.
3rd down and 4 now from the 34-yard line. Norowiecki rolling right side,
Lofted
throwing,
and he's out of bounds.
There's a push. That is going to be an unsportsmanlike
out of nowhere
penalty. Well, I think Houston took offense to the Grizzly defender, but again, Wadsworth plays sideline to sideline. They'll play boundary to boundary, and within the rules of the game. And
I didn't think there was anything outside the rules of football
Right.
From what Reese did. I mean, as a hammer play, boom, he hits him as he's going out of bounds. Well, he jumped for the ball, and Will's assumption is he is catching the football. And so he's making that play. Yeah, he got pushed out of bounds. He hit the stick, and then just turns around like,
there's the push. And
that's completely uncalled for.
yeah, that is not necessary. And so that penalty will back up the Knights where it was.
It was going to be 3rd and about 4, maybe 5.
Well, it was going to be 4th and 4.
I'm sorry, 4th and 4.
And now it's going to be
4th and a lot.
4th and 19.
Yeah.
Well, that'll bring on the punt team for the Knights. 2:27 remaining in this one, and St. Francis DeSales Knights season will come to an end. And again, this is a young football team, so there's
It is a young football team.
It's a program that you'll see and read more about in 2026.
More people running on late on the punt team. I'm sure Coach Todd's going to get that cleaned up. Nice kick.
Schmelzer
Drives him back. You need to take that. Turn around and get upfield. Come on, Kyle. Find a seam, Kyle. He's shifty. He's shifty. Oh, and they're going to call it.
To the 50.
Oh, they didn't call it.
Kyle working his way
He's still
back.
on his feet.
And he's dancing. He'll be stopped at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, 40-yard line.
Nice by Kyle Schmelzer.
He's shifty. He's the epitome of a punt returner. He can catch it. He's quick. He's shifty. He's always got his shoulders pointed upfield. I love him as a returner. And again, those are the little things we talked about. The negative little things. That's a positive little thing. Field the football. Field the football now. Get upfield, and he does. He found a little seam.
Yeah, and then he's just trying to pick his way.
Yeah, and he is. I mean, he picked up a good, I'd say close to 30 yards on that return.
I thought you were going to go and call him Ice Cube McNeil there for a second, Kirk. But a nice return, and it's puts the Grizzlies in great field position.
2 minutes to go.
And yeah, you've got, well, that's Cooper in the backfield behind Hall. 2-by-1 set. They'll give to Gray. Right up the middle.
Right up the middle.
And a big gain on first down. And
big 5-yard gain on first down.
we'll see if Coach Todd is content with running the play clock all the way down with inside of 2 minutes. I'm sure he is. He's probably looking to get a first down and then go to victory formation.
Yep, they're going to victory formation now. I saw Cooper take a couple steps back. Yeah, we got a personal protector. We got Mendel.
So, yeah, that's what we'll do is the play clock is inside of 10 seconds.
Yep. That's the victory.
So
love to see it.
Wadsworth will have one more play before this one is officially over. The Grizzlies will advance for the second year in a row to the regional semifinal. It will be a home football game, and it looks like it is Avon.
Like I said, no better place to be. Next Friday night is going to be right here. It's going to be Spotlight on Wadsworth next week. There's not going to be a better matchup than the Avon Eagles and the Wadsworth Grizzlies.
For the second year in a row, two quality football teams.
Defending state champion, Avon Eagles.
And this is a Wadsworth Grizzly team with their eyes set on Tom Benson Stadium.
Lots of hugs. Lots of hugs on the field. The Grizzlies are happy, baby.
The Grizzlies, winners of Division II Region 6 quarterfinal. They will go to 11-0 on the season. St. Francis ends their season at 7-5. The Grizzlies tonight, Kurt, in a dominating performance, both offensively but defensively, they really did a job today.
Well, they did. Their defense is what we need to focus on. The defense was outstanding. I know that there's a big smile on Brian Hall's face down in Alabama because he and Matt Probst really get after each other. But the defense was outstanding tonight. I thought our pass defense was really good. Several pass breakups. But that run defense, to hold Eli Beal to what amounted to about 50 yards. I don't know what the final numbers were. Like you said, 33 at halftime. He was about 50 for the game, and that's just a testament to the preparation, the coaches, the kids. It was a really good showing. And our offense, methodical. We picked up first downs in the passing game when we needed to. The running game was, we were churning it out. The Cooper ended up with 30 carries, 115 yards. Gavin didn't have too many carries there in the second half.
There's a big one.
There's the big one that really set the tone.
How about this, Jaden Gross?
Tremendous play. Just a tremendous defensive play. We can show the defense all night. And then Bryson, 2 connections to Calix for touchdowns. Here's the first one, just nasty, just not denied. And then we go over the top on the other one. Here's Cooper's touchdown. Boom, he slipped underneath, slipped the guy, runs and just dives in, gets his touchdown. The Grizzlies were able to do it in a lot of different ways. Here's Calix's deep one.
Yeah, and this was probably, that money was right.
Yeah.
That ball was on the money.
And
this is the scoop and score by Noah Edwards, the only points of the night for the Knights.
Yeah, it was, we got to get we got to get a few things cleaned up. We saw that on some substitution areas. And there's Jude Holler, his first offensive, we want to make that point, first offensive touchdown of the season. Has really made his impact all season on defense. But just beautiful team game for the Grizzlies. And look, you got to give the Knights credit. They were tough. That is going to be one of the toughest defensive fronts that we're going to face all season, Mike. We faced Twinsburg. They're big. Hudson is such a great defensive team. Nordonia has their abilities, but those 3 up front just created havoc for us in our running game overall. But the Grizzlies still got, like we've said so many times, what are you going to take away?
Yeah.
We had 3 rushing touchdowns, the last one there, passing touchdowns. We were just able to do it in a lot of different ways.
Well, the Wadsworth Grizzlies, 11-0 on the season. They'll look to extend that streak to 12-0 next week against the defending state champions in Division II, the Eagles of Avon High School. We've had a great crew on WCTV all year long. We want to thank Aiden Uzinski upstairs on the camera. By the way, Aiden also helps out with the graphics that you see here on our WCTV broadcast. Also want to thank Abe Hafford, another guy upstairs on the camera. Joanna Perino, who was visiting tonight. She is our guest camera person, if you will. She was running the end zone camera tonight for WCTV. And of course, all of the great work that John Bernard does here for producing and directing Wadsworth football on WCTV. For Kirk Gray, I am Mike Elkins. The final tonight, the Grizzlies 34, the Knights 6. Good night, Wadsworth.
The following is a presentation.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.